combat.
I think we're in combat.
It's
Are
fine.
you in combat? I'm in combat.
Are you using combat too?
Well, the
Past my map is working again?
hatchlings are running across the map.
Go get a bird.
I'm up here to
Shit.
heal.
Zone
I
out.
just see the turrets going.
Zone out.
Nope, never mind. That's not good.
We're running, right? Fuck this.
I think, yeah, you're
The
zoning
absolute
out.
Answer.
Yeah.
Guys, is anyone else in combat?
I think Black's the only one left alive.
They reset. Ought to be back here.
Just die. Just run into it.
Like reset.
Very
reset?
combative.
No, I'm.
Just give them. They're almost dead. You zone out, it should be good. It looks like they're resetting.
Out.
Just don't run back, we can res you.
Yeah, don't run up the hill just yet. Oh, nope, there they go. Now you're good.
Good.
Yeah. Good start.
Guys, getting saved to this instance. I'm sorry.
At what time are we gonna say fuck it and just do normal?
If we don't kill this in like, I feel like 6 polls, we did something really wrong, right?
Maybe, unless there's growing pains.
It's also one of those things where very little things go wrong and it ruins it. I like council.
Just don't walk into the fucking flamethrower on the worm, and this is dead.
That's literally this entire fight.
That's life, bro.
I just got right
You
in.
get the butt
I'm
worms.
missing you.
The butt worms, Tommy. You've got to go down into the Firelands. Billy Kimber and his boys.
Hey, Jeff.
Hey,
How was your client, Jeff?
I mean, they're stressed.
Did you have to 5150 him?
Trying to think about what that means. And I'm
I
drawing
thought that
blank.
was the code for like fucking mental patients and shit.
Police custody or whatever.
Yeah, I don't do codes.
Why do
Yeah.
you know that?
A lot of GTA RP, bro.
Alright.
They're just making their own shit up.
Oh, they use the real ones. They're real fucking
So,
hard.
just 2 people jump on the birds. I think we're good.
Jeff said he wanted to.
That's not.
Tank boy, go.
You want me to go?
Go.
Go,
Oh, you have to
go.
jump on the bird. Just fucking pull fucking bombs.
That fucking thing is annoying. Whoops.
You fucking trolling?
Watch out, Ire.
Is no one on the other bird? You got a free bird? I'm taking it.
Do not use
Don't stand
that.
on that egg. Oh my god. The controls are inverted on the bird?
The bird. Absolutely.
I'm pretty sure with the birds, you're just supposed to kill each other. It's 2 aids to do it.
I might be sweeping through the raid, I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm absolutely doing that right
I can't move the bird. No, I can't aim the bird at the other bird. It doesn't allow me.
now. I'm coming for you, Scope.
Wait, Jeff, you didn't get a single bird?
Oh fuck! I'm
didn't.
actually getting.
I'm just
Just
trying
trying to
to
hit
turn
the
right
egg,
and move so
man.
slowly. I'm like 99% sure we used to just have the birds kill each other.
When I was trying to aim at your bird, it would not let me.
Guys, can we figure out what broke a candle means? Like a candle jar? Or a candlestick?
Huh?
Guessing a jar.
I used to buy
I mean,
candles
that
all the
one's down.
time, and I'd buy the fancy ones, but when I moved back home, I got in trouble with my mommy because I left the candle running when I wasn't.
You've told this story before. It must have been really traumatic for you.
Well, now I'm not allowed to have candles anymore. There's, like the first 3 times you light a candle is worth like the $30 you paid for the candle.
Don't they like give you cancer or some shit?
But what doesn't give you cancer nowadays?
Do you know the fights,
Not
Percy?
I do not. If you could
So-
explain it, that'd be great.
All you're really concerned about is there's a left side of the room and a right side of the room. You're going to be on the left where X is. The only thing you're really doing is 2 eggs will land in the center of the room. I think Black was taking the one that's like further towards the boss, and you're taking the one that's closer to the exit. You just stand near the egg, and then when it hatches, whoever's closest to the egg gets infinite threat on it. You get 1000% bonus damage. Just beat the shit out of your bird. It's going to have a buff that starts as being satiated, and then after 10 seconds, it's going to turn into hunger. When the bird is hungry, it has a 20% chance on attack to enrage. How you deal with that is there's going to be these 2 worms on your side that are spinning and doing a flamethrower. That flamethrower really fucking hurts. It'll basically one-shot you if you walk into it. But when your bird is hungry, you just walk it on top of the worm, the bird eats the worm, and the buff goes away. So you'll have 2 worms for the bird. I would basically just, the moment it gets hungry, walk it on top of the worm, and then while you're tanking it, just like slowly walk it towards the other worm. The moment it gets hungry, step onto the worm, it eats it. And if you were out of both worms and it enrages, which hopefully it's dead by then, just pop a defensive.
So
Okay.
the egg probably, it's like right. Probably.
Yeah, it's on the right. Yeah, it's like somewhere like
It's
here.
like right
yeah.
over here. The 2 worms on side probably like here. That's
Okay.
just
So
After-
when we start, I'm over here, and then when I see the egg pop up, get as close, like
you
stand
can
on the
even
egg,
hang
basically.
out like
Okay. Okay. So stand here, get aggro. When I get it, kind of get it close to these worms, but don't walk it on it. And then when it gets hungry, have it eat the worm.
I mean,
Yeah.
you'll see the fire that they'll do as they just.
It's like a 90-degree
big.
breath that's just constant.
It's constant. Okay.
Your bird does a frontal cleave, but probably no one is going to be near the worms where you're at, so you don't really have to worry about it. And then after your bird is dead, we're all going to be stacked behind a meteor to LOS the boss. After the explosion happens, we just run back out from the meteor, and we just repeat the shit basically over and over till the boss is dead.
When they say firestorm or stack on square, you can just follow square for where to go for that.
Do the meteors? You run into the meteors?
Yeah.
Alright, so there's just rolling balls just
90% of this fight is literally just don't get hit by the fucking flamethrower.
there's a tornado phase too, but you're
You just run in circles, dodging shit.
Thanks for explaining that for me.
Is it really 30 seconds of RP, or do these routes end early?
It's 30 seconds. Oh, we forgot to do flasks and shit. I guess we'll do it next month.
5, 4, 3,
Practice
I
pause.
still have 30
Two.
minutes in my head.
that's
One.
honestly
I serve a new master now, mortals.
You learn your lesson about standing in front of the boss.
Fuck you, bro.
There's your egg.
interrupt.
Just stand next to it and it'll hatch in a second. And then the worms will be popping up right now, so just start spinning, just watch
Oh
out.
my
Meteor.
fucking god.
It's gonna be resin.
We call upon you, Fire Lord.
Interrupt.
3, 2, 1.
Interrupt. Interrupt. Interrupt.
Yes, so do you see where your second worm is?
Yeah, it's in the front there, right?
Yeah. So your bird enraged and just like fucking destroyed you.
4,
Yeah.
3,
So it's mainly just after a few seconds of tanking it, you just hold onto the first worm,
interrupt.
tank it for a few seconds, and hold onto the second worm. Now this is the mechanic that we have to LOS. Your bird should have been dead by now. We just LOS the boss and then it just repeats that same shit over and over.
I feel like Lomos was moving almost constantly when he was tanking it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just there's the fires that these other guys spit and then spinning. Kind of just dumb.
And then here's the 2 new eggs that would happen. It's just the same shit repeated.
Okay.
You can also grab a feather for extra movement speed if you need it. Just one after those initial 6.
No.
Do you ever grab the feather cedar?
No.
I don't think there's that many. It probably drops like something and casters.
After
Almost dead,
every
but you really don't need to.
After
just-
the firestorm, there's like 9.
Yeah,
sitting
yeah.
there.
After once they respawn again, I was the first set.
Does it increase your backpedal speed at all? It would just be your forward speed, right?
Should be everything. But you're a fucking
Backpedal.
retard, so.
Well, I mean, you can't turn away from the birds is the problem. I mean, I guess you could, like, side jump and shit, but...
Yeah, strafe, bro.
I ain't doing that shit with the worm spinning. Fuck that.
Guess while moving. If you get a feather.
Well, yeah, for us, not the tanks.
Yeah.
I just sit there hitting my retarded bird till he's hungry, and then I feed him, and then I kill him.
Sunrise, sunset.
There's a video earlier of a Blood TK solo tanking this fight. It looks sketchy as shit, though.
Got fucking Sun Tzu over here.
Ooh.
I said you're like Sun Tzu, bro.
Bye.
That stupid bird, feed him when he's hungry, smack him till he's dead. I think I read
Oh
that in there.
no. Guys, I
He
didn't
might
transmount. I get a summon.
Fuck you. He wants to fix his transmog.
I bought one of the random belts.
Oh,
Was better.
your transmog looks
Ew.
shit anyway, bro.
Do we get Mike in it?
I serve a new master now, mortals.
We need to do the.
Yes,
Can we change Pally Aura, please?
Four, three, two, one.
Meteor in 4 seconds. Eggs are no.
Interrupt.
Meteor in 3. Let's watch the worms.
Interrupt.
We call upon you, Fire Lord.
I'm not
Interrupt.
sure where you are. Okay.
Interrupt.
It's just a different.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah. That's my bad.
Interrupt.
Lomos always tank from the south to the north. I was not. I didn't think that you would do it different.
Be res iron unless I'll just die. Just stand in the flamethrower. I think it has to be Spunions.
Yeah, it's on cooldown.
Never mind.
Yeah, I didn't realize these worms, they just go one way all the way around. I thought I could.
4,
Thought it would go the other way. I don't know.
2,
You're
Yeah,
good.
One.
they're exactly the same every.
Yeah, no, that's
AOE
helpful.
incoming.
Sorry, these are growing pains for me. I've never done this fight, so.
You're good.
For his glory.
The good thing is this is literally the same thing repeated over and over, so once you get it, there's nothing else.
Was the egg already up there towards the north section? On the left side?
What do you mean?
The second one?
Usually, I don't know, but usually we would,
You can
since the caster ad is in the south, you know, I don't know, Lumos would eat the worm on the south side of it first, while the ad died, and then we would move after that. I don't know if that was on purpose or we just fell into that cadence.
I think we just fell into it, but it's probably better to do. So the worm that you were standing at first one, just do the other. Killing on ad anyway.
Basically the one that's marked star or triangle, yeah.
Yeah. The one that's over here.
I serve a new master now, mortals.
It's not nice.
Four, 3, 2, 1.
Eggs are now meteors in 4 seconds.
Interrupt.
Meteors now.
Interrupt.
We call upon you, Fire Lord.
Just keep watching worms.
Interrupt.
3, 2, 1.
They're ignoring these meteors.
Interrupt.
Not escape the rage of the Fireland.
We're LOSing.
4, 3, 2, 1. AOE incoming.
Same shit.
Behold his power.
Meteors now. Sorry. Just keep watching worms.
Let the unbelievers perish in fire!
Interrupt.
4, 3, 2, 1.
We're ignoring this meteor.
Interrupt.
Witness the majesty escape the rage of the fire.
We help him kill his bird,
4,
and then we need to get behind the egg,
2,
the meteor.
1.
Just start walking to the meteor while we kill this.
AOE incoming.
So we're ignoring the next meteor, and we should have 2 less ads to kill. Let's just don't die the worms.
2 feathers if you need them.
Behold his power!
Eggs are here.
Interrupt.
Worms are out.
Interrupt.
Ignore the meteor.
None escape the rage of the fire.
Coming towards tank, just be careful. You resin quick?
Son of a bitch.
You're good. I think we should be able to handle this. We can be res.
These skies are mine!
We're in tornado phase. We need to clean up that ad really quick.
Oh,
Shit.
sorry. I thought that I was almost dead, so I figured I'd rest him after tornadoes.
While we hit this, just clean up that bird if we can. Yeah, at least get practice on this last little bit here. Stay alive now. Oh my god.
The perfect reset.
So this is the last bit of the fight. The bird's just on the ground here. We grip in both the ads. We don't DPS the ads, we just kick them while we hit the boss. The boss has a damage amp. When he hits 50 energy, he's gonna lift off. He'll be tanked by the DK, he'll just stand with the rest of the raid. And we just hit the bird for another 30 seconds, he lifts back off, and then we're right back to the beginning of the fight. We'll probably only ever see this phase once, because if you look at the boss's health, he's already at 50. If everyone was up, the boss would be like fucking 30%.
And we stack here too.
Yes, we're stacked on the butt. And then
We have CDs.
Yep. Just a
Yeah,
know,
trying to out
Is
heal
Aura
the
Mastery
damage.
still a thing?
Oh, I think we lost on the egg, I think. Right?
I thought you said last week we were gonna lust on that part.
How long is that phase? When the boss is on the ground, sorry.
Well, we were gonna lust because you guys were.
I was not alive. I was solo healing that.
Oh.
It's
Then we
also
could just
30
lust
seconds
them.
of free DPS.
I think if we maybe could overlap it, yeah. I'm trying to think of how. Let me see if I can find how long that phase is. Because if we could lust like halfway, maybe, so we have it like split into both phases, maybe.
When it's first on the ground, I still have that casting DPS or that buff too, where I'm just spamming pyro.
I had it for the entirety
Yeah,
of the time before he got up.
yeah.
So it's probably like 30 seconds. Maybe 40.
Yeah, it doesn't say. I guess I could look it up, but yeah, 30 seconds sounds right.
Yeah, so also if there's rings that people can get during that tornado phase beforehand, that just sounds like the ideal lust time then, right?
Yeah, and everyone can get those rings, so if you see rings, you should just grab them, gives you haste.
Lust is 40 seconds, right? Maybe we lust 10 seconds in, so we get 20 and 20 in both phases.
Why do you want lust later?
just so we don't fall behind on healing. That's like the only way we wipe is if we die.
When he like reses, he does a big AoE.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
he's
during that
Oh.
entire time he's AoEing the raid.
Yeah, he's
It's a lot of healing.
channeling.
I mean, everyone just needs to remember to use their personal sword too.
It's just for that first initial part that he does that?
When he stops laying on the ground and gets up, that's when he fucks you.
Yeah, and his energy he transitions at 50 energy, and at 100 energy he stops. So I think it's an extra 20 to 30 seconds or something. It should be fine with both of us alive, but if we just had even a little bit less during that, I think it would easily help.
I serve a new master now, mortal.
Oh no.
It's the damage we were taking right there, I think, is what he's doing for 20 seconds or 30 seconds straight.
Three, two, one.
Eggs are here.
Interrupt.
Meteor in 4. Meteors now.
Interrupt.
Look at Meteor did a 180. We might just have to get the second Meteor. I don't know what the fuck that one was doing.
I think I got it.
Interrupt.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Interrupt.
None escape the rage of the fire.
Interrupt.
Right behind the Meteor.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh no, she's doing the thing. Oh boy, hopefully this is fine.
AOE incoming.
Ellie's out there hitting it.
Blasted.
Behold his power.
Eggs are here. Meteors in 4. Meteors now.
The rage of the Firelands.
Let the unbelievers perish in fire!
Interrupt.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Interrupt.
Witness the majesty of flame. None escape the rage of the fire.
Alright, LOSing, watch the little
4,
balls.
3, 2, 1.
And then we're ignoring the Meteor in the next phase, and we only have 1 at each of the Night Elves.
Behold his power!
Eggs are here.
Interrupt.
We're ignoring
Interrupt.
Meteors. Scary.
None escape the rage of the fire.
Alright, doing tornadoes now. Just play smart. To myself, mainly. Now we're all gonna stack up on blue. DK can be on the other side,
I'm
black.
yarping X.
Grip the other one, just make sure we kick. Yeah, us. Yeah, just be on the other side, black, for when the boss pops up. Kick, kick, kick. And then immediately taunt the boss when she pops up.
Are we stacking on blue?
Yeah, we're staying on blue. We're staying on blue.
Personals?
Yep, personals. Giving you pain suppressing here. Then we're staying stacked until the knockback happens. Oh, do we have a B-res?
Yeah.
Oh. Oop. Alright, that's... We'll never have to do that again. Just, play smart. Rebuff him. Same spots, do our normal shit.
3, 2, 1.
Interrupt.
We need to hit this first meteor here, spawned.
Interrupt.
Did we get it? Barely got it.
I'm on the wrong side.
No, I think we're good.
4, 3,
Interrupt.
2, 1.
We're ignoring this meteor.
Interrupt.
Escape the rage of the fire.
Interrupt. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Getting behind the meteor, it's at blue. All the way at blue. Away from the X side.
AOE incoming.
Can we get a move speed buff? Oof.
We got this, Jeff.
Yeah.
In theory, if there's enough feathers, everyone can fly, and if you guys can kill the boss before the next firestorm, I think you can ignore the downstairs if there's enough feathers for that. I'm pretty sure the ads can't hit you when you're up there. I think so. There's no way you guys with one
Tank
feeler,
should stay down and live as long as they can.
Fucking feathers die.
4.
Can you guys do 20% in 30 seconds?
So will she die in the air on a good pull?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interrupt.
If you want to stay up, you have to fly through the rings.
Yeah.
I know.
4,
You want me to
3,
just die?
2,
I should have ice block.
1.
Yeah, I mean, you're about to die. 1 second. Alright, we just have to be a little better. I fucked up that
AOE
first
incoming.
meteor and it just rolled so far
Can't
out.
we somehow
Yeah, that
ended up-
meatball was very far.
Oh, I guess that's what. Yes, he like fell behind.
I rocket booted and I still didn't make it in time to get to the other meteor from the other side.
Yeah, I popped a lay on hands to get over there because I was still on the one side.
I'll try and do better about calling where the meteor is so that even while we're like finishing off those birds, we can start shimmying over.
We just need to, I think, if we could just, like all the range, just try to hit it. If we kill it in the middle, no one really has to run anywhere, you know what I mean? We just
Yeah.
nuke it as soon as it comes up. Like, if we let it roll all the way to the side like that, the other people on the other side have to run all the way across the room to get to it. It only has like 140k. If everyone just switched to it, it'd be dead in 2 seconds.
I fucked up my cast. Actually, accidentally canceled a spell on it. Probably fucked it pretty hard.
Because like on that one too, it rolled away from me. So it's like I can't even hit it. I'll have to like run after it and dodge everything to try to keep hitting it.
Yeah, which you shouldn't do.
Yeah, that just screws everything else up in the process.
Why don't you just have one range from each side dedicated instead of just you?
But we all do it.
It's not. It's Korak, Onions, all attacking it, but I guess got away. So I mean, I really haven't been focusing.
Like if it rolls away from you with all the shit that's like all the fire that's going around, you can't really like chase it and keep up with to keep it in range.
That's how you die to the worms. Is
yeah,
you
trying
try
to chase it
it
across the room, get you killed by the worms. You run into like the bush fire things.
Even if you just get one lightning bolt on it, it should never happen.
Even though just a flame shock would probably like.
No, I mean that's fine. It's just because I wasn't really like intended to pay attention to it because I'm ropes on the heads.
You get real food this time.
Yeah. I was staying like way far away.
And Black, can you save your AMZ for that explosion at the end of that phase? Or did it come back up? Did you only get one you sub it, or did you get two?
I popped at the beginning.
Yeah, that's bad. Save the defensives for the end of it because it's ramping on you.
I didn't even trank during that because I thought it was going to be more damage. So I'll be fine from here on out.
Yeah, it seemed pretty manageable.
We can lust instantly on the egg, I think. And then the damage on you, Black, during that, it increases. You get a debuff that increases your fire damage taken. So your damage at the beginning of that's not going to be much. It's going to be near the end of it where you're getting fucked up. Eggs are here.
Interrupt.
Meteor in 4. Meteors now. Same with worms. Be careful.
We call upon you, Fire Lord!
Interrupt.
Do you not have a magic dispel fire?
3, 2, 1.
Yes, but okay.
Interrupt. Interrupt.
I was just wondering, so I was going to start running over to help you dispel if you didn't.
I do.
Just a little meteors.
Interrupt. 4, 3, 2, 1.
We need the LOS here.
AOE incoming.
Behold his power!
Eggs. Meteor in 3. Now.
Escape the rage of the fire!
Worms are spawning now.
Let the unbelievers perish in fire!
Interrupt.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Interrupt.
Witness
Ignoring this meteor.
your flame! None escape the rage of the fire!
Alright, that was
4, 3, 2, 1. AOE incoming.
we're ignoring the meteor in this last phase, and there's only one at each.
Behold his power.
Eggs.
Interrupt. Interrupt.
Ignoring meteor.
None escape the rage of the fire.
These skies are mine.
Dodge. Range can still hit the boss during this if you didn't know. Just make sure you're paying attention to tornadoes. Alright, B-res him. And then just stack up on blue. DK will be on the other side. Lust instantly. Grip in. Make sure we're not DPSing ads, sorry. It's all on boss.
Reborn in flame.
I gave you pain suppress.
I will burn you from the sky.
Same shit.
I somehow missed a feather.
It's fine. You can go up on the next one. It's not the biggest deal.
3, 2, 1.
Just make sure you're dodging the worms, Jeff. Eggs are here.
Interrupt.
Meteor in 3.
Did other people take feathers?
Probably. It's fine though. Meteor. Watch the worms.
We call upon you, Firelands.
Interrupt. Interrupt.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Interrupt.
We're ignoring meteor.
Interrupt.
Going towards iron.
4, 3, 2.
LOSing right here.
AOE incoming.
It's towards the middle, I think. Right? Yeah, she was right. That's right.
Watch this.
I just tank it, I think. I don't think we can move.
Come up.
Alright, we got eggs.
Pressing my buff reset.
Meteor in 3.
None escape the rage of the fire.
Worms are gonna activate in a second. Okay.
Let the unbelievers perish in fire.
Interrupt.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Interrupt.
Ignoring meteor.
Witness the
Interrupt.
majesty of escape the rage of the fire.
Sports tank.
Four, three,
Fire LS.
2, 1. AOE incoming.
Behold his power!
Eggs.
Interrupt.
Worms are activating. Meteor in 4 or 5 seconds. It's pretty late. Worms are activated. Careful.
Oh, fucked up.
We can B-res him. Meteor's down.
None escape the rage of the fire.
Res is back up
Where are you at?
by the meteor. Behind the meteor. Red X.
Then let me know if you need me to channel mana for you. Oh, it's tornado phase. What the fuck? You ready?
I'm DCing.
We're fine. I should die before the AoE anyway.
Yeah, 4 more seconds of this. In the future, the third set of ads, I think we send up like 2 or 3 extra DPS in the sky.
I think it was just Jeff losing his stacks. Else it would have been dead a long time ago.
Yeah, I also think that third set of ads, though, we only get 1 ad each on both sides, and everyone's just standing around. Like, I feel like if we wanted to, we could send up more people. I don't know if...
What is this? Just pass on everything, or
No, just need if you need it.
Okay.
There's no loot limit, just roll on your shit.
Main spec over off.
Yeah.
Cedar, is that your Abyss ring?
It technically is, but I'm fine with you getting it first.
Wheat roll at the.
Alright. I'll sure I'll go to ASA.
I was just thinking that.
If we can... I guess we do Barrock first if he's activated.
Do I have a res?
Sorry. It says the Archon packs can be pulled independently.
Would you rather I pass on the haste stuff first, or you just not care?
Yeah, I would rather that, but it's up to you. I mean, we can talk about it.
It looks like... Sorry, go ahead.
Ace is like retarded Megavis for me.
It looks like just pull the ad one at a time, face it away, and then I think one of them spawns ads. We just AoE him down, I guess. Oh, never mind. Comes down. Yeah, just face it away.
Does the bird feather thingy go away at some point? Oh.
Other people have complained about it too.
We're doing this one on normal?
Yeah. This will be the last thing we kill before Rag on her.
Are we doing any other heroic attempts tonight?
Yeah, don't know.
Sweet.
And the kill rate on Domo is like 7% higher than it was on Rylith, to put that into perspective.
Oh.
Why?
That was definitely.
There's some like stupid abuse thing you can do with Domo, right?
I mean, there's just strategies. It's not necessarily abuse. There's
Still
just different
casting.
strategies you can do that just manipulate the fight.
I think when I looked that one up, there was too many words, so I kind of skimmed it.
Domo?
Yeah.
There's like 4 abilities in the entire fight.
It had diagrams and stuff too.
Yeah.
I think the way the.
Stop casting.
I love the little suicide bombers.
Is there like a stat guy and a spread guy?
Alright, so there's going to be a range stack and a melee stack. The 2 tanks are just in front of the boss. I don't think you guys have to be spread. There's only really 2 mechanics that the raid is dealing with. The first one is that a crystal will appear, only one of them on 10-man, and someone has to soak it. It does 25 stacks. I'm guessing it's 1 stack a second, so I think it's 25 seconds total. Normally, has to be soaked by 2 separate people. One person does it for 12 stacks, then the other person runs in and soaks it for the other 12. But the first time we soak this crystal, I think it has to be Neuro, and we're just going to pop every defensive on you as you start to go higher in stacks. The reason being is that every time Ire or I heal the person soaking, we get a buff that's mandatory to heal the tanks with, and the higher your stacks are, the more of that buff we get, and basically Ire and I might be able to cap that buff at the beginning of the fight, and we don't basically have to worry about it for the rest of the fight.
Does AMS stop it from incrementing?
No, you're good to pop that. It'll just stop the damage.
So we're assuming it's 1 per second. So like 10 seconds in, I'll IBF, and then like 15.
I think when you get to 12 stacks, you start popping defensives.
Okay.
And I'll give you Pain Suppress, and I'll probably give you Barrier too. After that, I don't know how often it's going to happen, because after that you get a debuff that stops you from being able to soak. I think you can soak every other one, but we don't want you soaking like all of one after that. I think we have to make like 2 separate soak groups after that. But because we only get 1 crystal, it's kind of awkward to assign, but in theory, if there's ever one near melee, it would be you and Snoogs. You do half of it, Snoogs does the other half of it, and then if it's ever in ranged, it's just 2 DPS. I don't know. Maybe... Yeah, maybe you and Jeff, I guess, would do the ranged one. But if we get 2 back-to-back in range, then it's like awkward, and I guess then it would be Spunyan's Thorak. Basically, there's only 1 crystal. When it spawns, if like it's awkward and we call someone to soak it, just soak it for 10 seconds, and then whoever doesn't have a debuff, you'll just soak it afterwards for the last half of it. That should be like the simple fucking thing. Just we'll communicate it and figure it out. The only other mechanic for the raid is that 2 people will get linked together, but because we're doing 2 stack groups, I think it's always going to be 1 melee, 1 ranged, and the 2 of you just have to meet in the middle within 8 seconds, and then it does nothing. I don't think it does any damage or anything until 8 seconds in, so don't be slow about it, but just meet in the middle. It
I will
clears.
not be meeting until 7 seconds.
Okay, you do.
Don't wait for me.
So
We just
the
tag
main...
where he's standing.
Yeah, I think so. I think we just turn them around. So every 10 seconds, the boss applies a debuff on the tank, increases their HP by 20%, but also increases their damage taken by 20%. That just gets offset by the buff that Ire and I get, so it should not be that big of a deal. But other than that, the boss has 2 abilities. He will alternate between the Inferno Blade buff and the Decimation Blade buff. Supposedly, he chooses at random and it might not alternate. I guess we'll figure out when that happens. The Decimation Blade, it changes his melee to be fire damage, and it just does a fuck ton of damage. The other one, Decimation Blade, it guaranteed does 90% of the tank's HP. There's no way to mitigate that 90%. Defensives don't do anything. And then that will also one-shot you if you are below 278,000 HP. But because the tanks get increased max HP, will be over that threshold, and it should be pretty easy. The cadence of this is going to be Black has it to start. When the first crystal spawns, since Iron and I are going to be pumping that first crystal with heals, Black, you're just going to start using every defensive during that first crystal, just so that hopefully we don't have to heal you at all. And then after that, when the first Inferno Blade goes out, which will be the first buff he gives himself, Spursy will taunt, and we want Spursy to get 2 or 3 stacks of the debuff. All we need is your max HP to be over 278,000. If 2 stacks puts you over that threshold, awesome, then we'll swap it back to Black, but if you need 3 stacks, that's fine too. And then from the rest of the fight, whenever there's Inferno Blade, Black is tanking. Whenever there's Decimation Blade, Spursy is tanking. That's basically the entire fight. And then it's just, because defensives don't reduce the damage you take, Spursy, you're just eating shit. And then Black, whenever Inferno Blade is up, you just need to make sure we're trying to roll as many cooldowns on you as possible, just because it hits really fucking hard. Other than that, the raid, we're just doing the link mechanic and the crystals. And the tanks are just swapping back and forth on both of those buffs. It should be pretty fucking simple.
So I'm taunting off every time Decimation Blade comes up and eating that essentially. As long as I have the 2 stacks, I'll be fine.
Yep. And then the only caveat to that is at the start of the fight, when the first Inferno Blade buff goes up, you're going to taunt just to get your first 2 stacks. And then we'll swap it back to the other tank.
Okay, so basically I'm taking him to start to get the 2 stacks, and then from there on.
I guess we can try it that way. We could start with you tanking. Yeah, we can try that to see if that lines up better. We can make that simpler.
And then he'll taunt off once I have 2 stacks. Okay, alright, good.
Yeah. It should be a super easy fight, I think, on normal. I don't think this should be anything.
Did we switch it to normal?
Yeah.
I mean, what's the extra?
I think it's just more damage. Oh, whoever soaks the crystal, you get a debuff that stops you from being able to soak crystals. It's the Brutalis mechanic with the fire. It spreads to people you get near. So after you soak crystals, you have to get the fuck out of the raid and stand off to the side and not get near people. I think that's the only difference on heroic, and then it's just a ton of tank damage. Wait, not tenders.
Back, sorry.
Okay. So you're just soaking that first crystal in a row. Even if it's in range, you just need to run out to it.
Okay.
And then after that, we just need to communicate. First person soaks the first half, the second person soaks the second half, and it's whoever's closest to the crystal within, I think it has a 15-yard, 10-yard range. You'll see a beam. And then ranged, we just stack on blue. And then if we get the crystal in range, we just need to sidestep. We just step to the left or right. Oh, that was fine. So here's the first crystal. It is... What is it? Oh, there's melee. So you just soak all of that in a row. And then we need to spam heal him, Ire. Just spam heal tenders.
I have 2 stacks now.
Yep. So Black is tanking. Pop your cooldowns, Black. Spam heal tenders to get that fire buff if you see it. Is your max HP above that 280% or whatever?
Got a 275.
You need to get 1 more stack then.
Special coming.
So this one, can we B-res him?
Died at 22, so I just need BS for the last 5.
Yeah, I couldn't tell how much time was left on that.
I'm soaking this crystal here.
Is someone able to get the
So
second
when
half?
you're at 12, just...
Ooh. That's a fuck ton of damage.
What were you at there?
Looked like he was at 8 stacks when he died.
I popped cloak too.
I'm at 16 now, so it couldn't have been that high. 17.
Special coming.
I saw 8, so I don't know.
So range, we're stepping to the side because the crystal's on top of us. So
Yep, I'm ready when you need me.
swap now, Jeff.
Target you.
So that was a
my
one
bad.
shot because you didn't get that third stack, right?
Yeah, I was trying to get the third stack there, but I guess that that's not how that works.
Yeah.
I had to get out.
Okay, so we need 3 people to soak these. That's
So-
a lot of
Special
fucking
coming.
damage.
What's the trigger to where we get that healing buff?
So whenever we're healing someone that's soaking, you should see the little fire symbol in the top right that's stacking. Whenever that buff is permanent throughout the entire fight. There's a separate buff to where whenever we heal the main tank, we get a separate buff, and the power of that buff is based on that stacking buff we have. And it lasts 15 seconds, but the moment it falls off and you reheal the main tank, it just reapplies that buff. So
So should we switch halfway through if someone's soaking, switch and get one heal on the tank so it procs the buff, and then back to healing the soaker?
Not really. You're not. Oh, to get a healing increase, you mean? I think the healing increase is only on the main tank.
Oh, only the ones that have that buff.
Yeah, the
debuff, whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I see what you mean. You need a res block?
Is there one?
Yeah. It's like we were just out of range. So, do we need 3 people on the crystals, or are we?
In ranged, yeah, probably. In melee, I think we can 2-man. I think on the first one, I can live the whole thing if you PS me at like 19, 20. And then on the second one, Snoogs will have to go first. And then I'll take a second and I'll have an AMS backup by then.
Just run it in black. You have a res pending. I can't
Snoogs,
res
when
yet.
we swap for the crystal, it's going to be your responsibility to get out. Like, I'll stand immediately to your side. You just got to run through me so I'm closer when you're at like 8 or 9 stacks.
Okay, what's the range on it? Does it matter as long as it's just you're closer to it?
Yeah.
It's like 10 yards or something.
So, as long as you run through me, it should switch to me.
Yeah.
Is it fine if Spursy gets like 4 stacks?
Yes, whoever's closest. What was that one?
Can Spursy get more stacks than just
Yes.
3 or 4?
Yeah.
He just needs to be over that threshold. That's all he needs. He actually doesn't want too many stacks. We want him to be as low HP as possible so that we can top him off during Decimation Blade easier.
Okay, so you just want to try 3 for now?
Yeah, that would be enough. As long as he's over that 290 threshold I said, or whatever it was.
Yeah,
It was
that third stack
278.
should be good because I was at 275 with 2.
So the Tormented debuff lasts 20 seconds. If we get back-to-back soaks and melee,
It'll be fine.
maybe the shard can't even spawn on you too if you have the debuff. That might be how that works. But ranged, we sidestep appropriately. It's just whenever that purple column appears, that means the crystal's gonna spawn there. It's just we all just step to the right, and then whoever's soaking just doesn't step to the right. Other than that was perfect.
Yeah, I mean it was fine. I got to like 10 and got out. And
Yeah, I'm not sure why Snooze got fucking owned.
I don't know what
I couldn't go that
Oh.
high either. I got up to like 7 or 8 and it was hurting.
Maybe Snoogs. Did you accidentally get a tick of the one that Neuro first took at the beginning?
It spawned on me? I don't think so, unless he ran.
Oh no, you died. Didn't you die? So when you died, he probably got 1 stack.
Yeah, that's probably it.
I think that debuff like doubles the damage. Yeah, so that's why you can't soak back to back. So I think that's all that happened there. It's just Snoogs accidentally had a stack from before.
I think around blue. Yeah, here's good. I can get a fire out.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
From my master's domain, mortals.
Special coming.
It's in melee.
Hurl yourselves into your own demise.
I just stomp back.
Spam healing. Once you get the third stack, you just taunt it.
Alright, I got 3.
Make sure you pop defenses here, Black.
Beneath my molten fury.
Jeez. And now Snook's got stacks, B-res. That's fine.
Special coming.
It is in melee. Snooks don't stacks. Don't soak that. I'll need someone else from range to come. Oh no, you got me right. You can do the second one, Arrow.
He's run out already. I don't have anything, so.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, if we just need to rotate 3 people.
Yeah.
Special coming.
It's in range, right? Yeah, either it's in melee. 2 range need to go up and soak that.
I can follow up.
See, like, I was
Target
totally
you.
fine there.
Yeah, 8's fine. You just have to have like hots on you and healer as we target. Can you take it back, Snooks, from Jeff?
How many stacks do you have, Ire?
Special coming.
What, the 2 of you just stay in melee?
It's in melee.
I don't know.
Again?
I guess 5 right now.
If you have the debuff, you can't soak this. Do you two have a debuff?
I have for 5 more seconds.
It looks like.
Just go get closer.
So this is one's first seed?
So you just
After.
stand right next to Scope so he can swap it immediately. There you go.
Target you.
Only one person needs to position himself right.
We have to top him off before the next decimation? Or the end?
Special coming.
It's in melee again. Who's soaking? I can do first if we need it.
I got it. I got it.
Alright, Snoots first. Okay.
I got 5 more seconds.
It looks like just rotate the 3 of you. Just swap early and we'll just do 3 people. Yeah, do it now. Do it now.
Alright, I'm ready when it.
Jeff, just stand bottom one.
Target you.
Yeah, because if you just stand as the next closest person, the other person can fail
And
and
just
then you
walk out. You don't need to like organize 2 people.
Special coming.
It's in. It's the left side of the boss. Who's first?
I can get it again.
Got it. Same thing again. Hot
Yeah,
shield beam.
10 seconds.
So Scope, just stand to the right of him, and Jeff will see what.
Okay, take it.
So yeah, now Jeff just swap places with Snoots and just stand there, and Scope will trigger it. Yes.
Target you.
I think maybe on heroic
Special
maybe
coming.
that and mega stack first one is good, but
Yeah, I'm normal. It's not necessary. I'm barely even getting enough stacks to really matter. It looks like the tanks are basically self-healing themselves. Like, I don't think Black really needs us at all. It's mainly Spursy, but I think he was doing perfectly fine.
Yeah, I saw what I was doing wrong. I thought that I could swap back and forth freely in between healing the soaker and the tank, but it has a 15-second or 10-second cooldown whenever as you have the buff.
Mm.
So if you heal the tank,
Oh, true. You're right. You can't
heal
get
the
stacks.
tank. Yeah,
Yeah, I see what you're
it
saying.
can't stack until you wait for it to fall off again. So that was dumb.
we have to do Beth Philak, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, if we do really want to do that on heroic, I can just go to 20 and then someone else can
Yeah.
get the last 5.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
really just the
that
last
does
5
work.
where I'm getting fucked.
Yeah, I think on heroic, other than the soaking, the entire fight is just Byron and I getting 100 stacks. I think that's like 90% of the fight. Tanks in. I didn't even see him.
Wait, where'd you guys go? I was not looking.
Look at that map. Feet.
Toes.
You really like feet, buddy.
Yo.
Me and Cedar should have a group session one time.
I like armpits.
You almost have a whole woman between you.
That debuff is hitting you really hard, by the way.
Speaking of feet, I had crazy flavor of Lay's chips today.
Come on.
Beef flavored?
Hot and sour braised chicken feet flavor.
Ooh. Hopefully this trash doesn't do anything.
For me.
Damage buff?
Lay's doesn't want it, you just created it anyway.
So
Like, please stop making this.
They keep submitting feet flavors to us. No, it was actually like a real on the market product.
You get requests, right? You're not just.
Don't say anything,
You know.
Spursy. He's under an NDA.
Yeah, we get requests, but this was just
That
we
was
saw this at
fun.
we saw this at the Asian market, so we were just trying it.
Somebody just kept submitting mildly feet.
Braised pork feet.
When is the psycho gonna take the final step?
Because I had a crazy $1 million idea. You know, like mystery boxes and stuff?
$1 isn't that much.
Like Pokemon cards? Or like mystery boxes? So we get a whole bunch of OnlyFans girls. But we get a bunch of ugly ones too.
They're the commons.
And like so you order like an envelope and it has her pennies or like stocks or something. And it'll show you a picture of them too.
So like when you help like an African child and you get his picture or something. But
Yeah, but like the average one you get, it's just gonna be like some mid OnlyFans girl. Not ugly. And then like the high tier ones are gonna be that one.
how do you convince like Amaranth to do it though or something?
Money.
Yeah.
There's a lot of overhead to this operation, it seems.
I mean, if she could be like one of the chase cards, we'd probably help ourselves.
You gotta get like a one of one, like Pokimane or something, where it's like you pay her like $2 million, and it's just like she's in one of them. But
I don't know how far in we can go.
Pokemon sucks.
2 inches is the max, bro.
Mike, do you see a general chat?
No. Huh? I'm not in those chats.
So, I think the simplest way to do this is Black and I will be the only ones that go upstairs. Maybe Snooks joins us if you find you're not being useful at all downstairs, Snooks. I guess we'll see. Maybe on normal you just come up with us, fuck it. But at the start when we pull the boss, several spiders will hang down like halfway on webs. The only way to bring those spiders down is by taunting them. So anybody that has a taunt, Death Grip works too, just taunt one, Death Grip the other, and we all just taunt all of them down. Where they were on their webs are now clickable, and the 3 of us will click them to go up top, and that's where the boss will be. While we're fighting the boss, the only real thing up there is that meteors of fire will occasionally rain down from the sky, and it'll do like a circle pattern. Don't stand in the meteor or else you'll fall through the web. Other than that, we're just hitting the boss, and then there's a timer called Decimation something, and then we just jump through the hole in the middle to come back down during that, because we cannot be up top while that Decimation cast is going off. That Decimation cast just hits the entire raid for damage, so we just heal through it. You can use defensives during that. Downstairs, you're just dealing with ads. The first one is called Cinderweb Drone, and that's what Spursy will be tanking. It's just a big ad. it has a frontal cone, and its energy bar will slowly fill. It just needs to die before it hits 100 energy. I don't think on normal it should have much HP. I think it will die way before that. There's 3 spawn locations for the ads. I think one is to the left of the boss, and then the other, I think one might be like directly behind the boss, and one is to the right. On 10-man, ads will just spawn from one of those 3 locations, like in a group. You kill that group, and then I think they spawn from one of the other 2 locations or something. I don't know. There are small little spiders that will run to the Cinderweb drone. If they reach the Cinderweb drone, they give it a pretty sizable buff. So I think the way to do it is you just tank the drone in the middle of the room, and then we just have to put down slow traps and just AoE those spiders before they get to the drone. On normal, we get one less type of ad that we don't have to worry about. After the 3rd Smoldering Devastation, the boss will come down and we go into Phase 2. Phase 2 is just a DPS race on the boss. We're all gonna stack on the butt. Black will be, and then we have to make like a triangle with 2 tanks being like the bottom 2 of the triangle. You just have to be separate from each other. You 2 can't be stacked. When the one tank gets, it's called Kiss of something. What is it called? Widow's Kiss. You just tank swap. Widow's Kiss makes you unhealable. So the one tank just tanks, and then when he gets Widow's Kiss, the other tank taunts. Just the 2 tanks have to be like spread from each other. You can't be standing on top of each other. And then that's it. Other than that, the boss is pretty simple. After every one of these Smoldering Devastations that we heal through, we have to taunt the spiders back from the middle again. And then the 3 of us go back up on the webs. Other than that, the fight's pretty fucking simple.
Is Warcraft Logs getting DOS right now?
Looks like it.
Interesting.
And then can we get Might? And then I think we're good. Oh, we need Druid buff too.
I haven't listened to anything you said. Am I going up?
No.
I just grip and taunt things in the sky.
At the start of the fight and after every Smoldering Devastation.
2, 1.
You'll see what it looks like right here when we first hit the boss. A bunch of spiders will lean down. Oh, and Snoogs, wait for Black. Black needs to be the first one that goes up top or else the boss will melee you.
Okay.
So just wait till you see him. This is what Smoldering Devastation looks like. It was that. Just this shit spewing from the top. Here's the spiders that we have to taunt. Black, take one up. How do I click this?
Oh.
Do you step on it? Do you click it?
It turns into a little green arrow.
Can we grip that last one? There's one more. I can't
Who else
go
goes up with
heal.
them?
I need to. I don't. Is there only 2 webs on 10? Why don't I have a web? There we go.
With the...
No, it's... We didn't... I think we killed one without...
Taking
no.
the drone in the middle, right?
Yeah. I got... Why? Did anyone see that? I
got
can't come
sent
up
down.
with you.
I got sent down too.
You stand on the fire.
Wrapping to the left here, away from these ads.
I think,
If you step on a fire patch, it says you're down.
And don't take that res. Don't take that res, I don't think. I mean, I maybe if we heal through this, it's fine. I guess take it. The web I clicked on, there's a patch above it, so I instantly fell down when I went up.
AoE incoming.
And it looks like we only have 2 webs at the start of the fight, so the first 2 webs needs to be me and Black. And then Snoogs will just take the 3rd one in the future.
Gotcha.
Okay, so this is the actual Smoldering Devastation. There's no fucking damage. There's the first 2. So this is mine and Black. Now we're Gucci.
Somebody taunt one of these down so I can go up.
Yeah, if we don't taunt those off, they will start AoEing the raid with a lot of damage, so it's actually important to taunt those spiders when they're hanging down.
It just sent me straight back down.
Yeah, I had that issue too. Maybe on 10 man you're only allowed 2 people upstairs or something. I'm confused. Or else the web you're taking up was underneath a fire. That's the only thing I can think of, but the same thing happened to me.
I have to get down soon, Mike.
Yes, go down right now. Here comes raid damage. And we have to do this one more time, and then we phase to the next one.
I hate spiders.
Yeah, same.
Like all insects too, or just primarily
Anything
spiders?
with more than 4 legs. Yeah, shit gives me the heebie-jeebies when they got like 6, 8 legs. Nasty.
I agree entirely.
Caterpillars. Or, I mean, centipedes.
Oh, I fucking hate them. I get them in my basement, the little house ones that make me want to
Yeah.
throw up.
I mean, those are terrifying.
They get really big sometimes too.
Yeah, the thick, chunky ones, like your pinky.
They're good to kill other bugs in your house, though.
They are good. My wife yells at me not to kill them because they eat all the other shit.
They just move so oddly. It's the
Yeah,
way
they
they
are
move
creepy.
for me.
And they're very fast.
We're going down. When is the timer? I'm not seeing it.
5 seconds.
Thank you.
5 seconds, muddy son.
Fuck this, I'm out of here. You look, bitch.
AOE incoming.
So now this is phase 2. We're making a triangle. We're all on the butt, and the 2 tanks are going to be like in a triangle, like spread from each other. You're just taunt swapping on Widow's Kiss.
So I'm standing here, okay?
Yes. So one of you will be like on the left, one of you on the right, yeah. And then Torak come over, yeah.
Yes, when you swap.
Let me know when you need to.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, this is the fight till it dies. This is a soft enrage. Every 5 seconds the boss gets a damage buff. It says Widow's Kiss in 8 seconds. This is just not gonna apply it.
I need mass though. Oh, there it is. It's up.
That'll be fun on heroic.
Yeah, the gimmick to this fight is you have to send as many people upstairs as possible so that the boss is the lowest HP possible going into phase 2. I'll have to see what that number is.
Let's shift the staff.
I don't think that's.
That's your legendary staff, Jeff.
Gross.
How many staff are you getting out of this raid, Jeff?
Yeah.
It's only 6 ilos, though, it's normal.
But none may enter the Firelord's abode.
You're almost Bis Torak.
Yeah, heroic.
And I may yet allow you to live.
Is it
Alright, what is your
Windstory or Windstorm? I think they're like almost identical name.
You are correct, it's Windstorm.
That staff is even on fire, Jeff.
Look at vigorous.
You bitch. I wanted to shake it vigorously.
Uh-oh.
I really wanted.
We doing the achievement, guys?
Ragnar O's.
Is there treasure?
I think so.
One
Do
guy?
you want to use this staff?
No, I think he's pumped.
Because I got the offhand, and I'd rather use that offhand.
I mean, whoever just traded someone. I don't. Would I even use that?
I mean, I was the only one who rolled greed on it, but like, literally, does anyone want the staff?
Also, these shoulders are ass because they make me break 4-piece.
It says type /sit. We all have to sit. Oh,
After you can't just pull this.
I look at chat. It says kneel before the flame. We all have to sit. It's just /sit.
You have to make it to him before.
I think you just pull.
You could just pull them. You could literally attack
Yeah.
them.
Right? The Weaker literally says type /sit. I don't know. Maybe you don't have to pull him if you do it?
I don't know if this pull does this pull the boss. You just don't take damage.
I'm confused.
Because if you're healing.
Isn't that the achievement? Should you have to like not take damage?
Oh, it's.
You have to get to them and pull them without
Piece
taking
of dirt.
What? The Weaker was just yelling at me to kneel, man.
Fucking sheep, bro. Someone tells you to kneel and you just do it.
Yeah.
In the knee.
I mean, the Druid of Flame was telling me too. I was just listening.
I
Target you.
recklessly spell stole. That stun is a buff for them.
Oh, you just pull the boss. Well, that's fun.
Step back. Totems. Lol.
He wasn't gonna do it.
So, real simple fight, but it's gonna be a long one, unfortunately. So, there are 2 forms that he has. If a majority of the raid is at distance from the boss, so you're not in melee range, he will be in cat form. If a majority of the raid is in melee range, he goes into scorpion form. Each of those forms only has one ability. When his energy bar hits 100, he casts the ability, and then after every cast, his energy regen doubles. So, say when we have him in his cat form, when he hits 100 energy, it might take 30 seconds for the first time. I don't know what the actual number is. He'll pounce. If we don't phase him and we keep him in that form, the second time he goes to cast, it'll only take 15 seconds, and then 7.5, and so on. So eventually you have to phase the boss, because or else he'll just like spam cast abilities. The cat form ability is he will pounce on someone at range. There's like a small twist to that, but we're not going to care about it. If he basically pounces where you were standing, and he does damage in an AoE in that area around where he lands. In the scorpion form, he does a frontal that splits the damage with every person that soaks it. The kicker of this fight is that if you do not take damage, you get a stacking damage buff. I think it's like every 8 seconds or 10 seconds that you don't take damage, you get 25% bonus damage, and that resets whenever you take damage. So there's several ways of doing this fight. From what I've seen, the cheesy way of doing this fight is we're just never gonna let him cast an ability. So at the start of the fight, we'll probably keep him in cat form, so a majority of us are not in melee range. And then when he hits like 90 energy, we're all just going to move into the butt of the boss. He's going to turn into a scorpion form. When he hits 90 energy in scorpion form, oh, I forgot to say, when he changes forms, his energy goes to 0 and his energy regen resets. But I don't think we're ever going to even let him cast, is what we'll try doing. So when he's in cat, we just move into melee at 90 energy. When he's in scorpion and he gets near 90 energy, the range just fan back out and we just transition him back into cat. Every 3 times we transition the boss, we get the last 2 remaining abilities of the fight. I think it's supposed to alternate these abilities, but supposedly it might just be random. The first ability is that we're all going to get a debuff. That's like a burning seed debuff or something like that. And when your debuff hits 0, you do an explosion around yourself. The twist to this mechanic is that everyone gets a different duration on your debuff. Some people will get like 5 seconds on their debuff, and some people will get 15 seconds. The big deal here is just we're going to be like moving in and out and just kind of dropping our seed and exploding it somewhere, just safe, not near anyone else. Just pay attention.
Say that part again.
Every 3 times we transition the boss, he's going to use one of 2 special abilities. The first one is we're all going to get a debuff. That is a burning seed. When that debuff hits 0, it explodes. We're all going to have a different duration on that debuff, so we're not all going to explode at one time. We're all going to be exploding at different times. The key is just you need to move slightly out of the raid. I don't think that's that big of an explosion. It is 12 yards is the explosion range. So you're just going to get 12 yards away from everyone else, explode, and then go back to whatever you are doing. But because we all have different durations, we're going to be moving in and out. Some people are going to be going out early, some people are going to be going out late. Just pay attention, kind of find where your opening is where no one else is when you go out. Don't like just run into people. That mechanic should be super easy. But the annoying thing about that mechanic is that when you explode, you take damage, and that resets your damage bonus. This boss has like 125 million health. It's really fucking annoying. There is some cheese. When we transition him for that 3rd time, I believe he stuns the raid for like 2 seconds. He says a voice line, and then we get the seeds. DKs can spam AMS, and if you get your AMS off instantly, you will not get the burning seed debuff, so you don't have to lose your damage. I believe Rogue can do the same with Cloak of Shadows. I think that works. You'll have to test it. And I think Jeff, you can't dodge getting the seed with Ice Block. But I think when you run out of the raid to drop it, supposedly if you ice block the damage, you might not lose your damage buff. When we get stunned and we're all getting the burning seeds, Neuro, you just spam your AMS coming out of the stun.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, you just mash, while you're stunned, just mash AMS and it'll dodge it. Other than that, the rest of us, we're just going to lose our damage buff. It sucks. So that's the first ability. The second ability is a bunch of these, I don't know what the fuck they are, like these like eyeballs on sticks or something. They're like these fireballs or something. I think like 4 or 5 of them spawn, maybe on 10 man it's less. They work like the crystal on Bear Rock a little bit. Whoever is closest to each of these things, it will beam you with fire damage and leave a fire debuff on you. The way we handle this is, say where the boss is right now is where the where those fire pillars are. What we would want is that the raid would be towards blue. I would be the boss right here as triangle, if I can mark myself. Like, I'm the boss as triangle, the raid is moon behind the boss, and then what's going to happen is that the 2 tanks would be behind me, because we want the tanks to be the closest ones to the pillars, and Black will have the boss, but Spursy, you will be in control of the debuffs. It doesn't matter who soaks first, but for an example, you're going to soak first, but because those pylons only target whoever's closest to the boss, you're just going to stand like 1 foot behind the DK. You don't have to go far. You just need to be closer to the pylons than he is. I believe the debuff lasts 6 seconds. Whatever that duration is, that's how long you want to soak for. The first one, I guess, doesn't matter that much, but say you soak for 6 seconds, then you just move in front of the DK so that the DK is now the one soaking the fire debuffs, and you just watch your debuff. The moment your debuff drops, you move back behind the DK and start soaking again, and then you watch the DK's debuffs, and once the DK's debuffs fall off, you walk back in front of them. So you're basically in control of that fire debuff, and you're just juggling it back and forth between the 2 of you.
Is it always an exact placement on these things, or is it random?
I think it's somewhat random. We'll have to see. There's going to be some adjustment to where we're going to have to pay attention, and right where they spawn, the raid just like rotates, and then the tanks put themselves towards the pillars. We'll just have to see how that goes. Those pillars, I think, last 30 seconds. If we do it well, and the tanks are the only ones that take those fire debuffs, no one gets their damage stacks reset there. So in theory, if we play this right, the only time our damage buff gets reset is when we get seeds. For the rest of the fight, we're just chilling. We just phase the boss every time before he gets his full energy. We don't deal with any of those abilities, and all we're doing is fire seeds and the fire pillars. Other than that, we're just hitting the boss. Like, nothing happens. So it should be an easy fight. It's just going to be a fucking long fight. Anyone?
We lust when we have the most stacks or something.
I think so. Maybe when we get like a good fire pillars or something, when we all have our buff, maybe. That might be the best time. Anyone have questions?
Yeah, what was the one thing you said? I can't. You said I can't ice block, right?
You can't ice block the application of the debuff to you, but when you run out of the raid to explode it, you might be able to ice block to avoid the damage removing your debuff.
Gotcha.
Actually, I think Spursy says he needs to go get his wife real quick, so I think we might just take a quick break. I think he said 10 minutes.
Yeah, sorry guys, she's coming home from New York, so I gotta pick her up.
This is actually a time, the rest of us should probably watch a RAG video, so that we're not... I don't think I can even explain RAG.
We'll do it live.
I don't think you can... I don't think it'll be that hard, but I don't think I can explain the fuck that's happening in that fight.
I want to hear you explain that fight.
There's a dance. He slams his hammer. It's not that much.
I'll post like the 3-minute video, but I don't know if it's gonna do it justice.
There's some fire.
There's a lot more than some fire.
Is he a 2-tank fight?
Nothing...
Welcome to a TLE Arcade guide for Ragnaros, for
Just
anyone who
fire.
wanted even more feat in WoW. Ragnaros is the final boss of the Firelands and has 3 phases, 2 intermissions, and a bonus phase on Heroic. Split the raid evenly into left and right gang and prepare for a long fight. During phase 1, Hand of Ragnaros knocks you away and interrupts anyone too close, while Wrath of Ragnaros makes 3 players deal splash damage and knock anyone nearby. Range spreads 6 yards away from the boss, and melee just enjoy being tossed around. The boss faces a random player and smashes his hammer, sending out waves in a T-shape, so dodge the waves and don't stand under the hammer. Melee can avoid it by standing between the hammer and the boss, but range do need to dodge. For tanks, in every phase, Burning Wound is a stacking dot, so swap before you die. Fire traps spawn under random range players that deal raid-wide damage and knock you up when you touch them. They never disappear, so you do need to pop them, just make sure your healers are ready. And if you can't avoid the fall damage, you'll fall off the meters, so assign trap popping to a priest or mage. On Heroic, they also give the raid a damage taken increase, so wait for it to fall off before you pop again, and be careful not to get knocked into one. At 70%, he slams down Sulfurous and starts the intermission, spawning 8 adds at the edge of the room. They have a speed boost when above 50%, and if they reach the hammer, you'll probably all fucking die, so grip, knock, and stun them as much as you can to slow them down and kill them all before they reach. On Heroic, they're no longer evenly spread, so have a few players in the middle of the room when you phase to swap to whichever side needs more, and Lava Bolt is damage on random players for healers to deal with. When all the adds are dead, or after 45 seconds, the boss re-emerges and begins phase 2. He keeps the hammer smash, but the whole raid now stacks between the hammer and the boss. Molten Seeds spawn underneath everyone, dealing massive raid-wide fall-off damage after a few seconds, and spawning a bunch of adds. The adds fixate people, so everyone hard swap to AoE them down while knocking them away before they reach you. Start stacked on one side of the boss, then just before the seeds spawn, pop a raw and stay stacked while running to the other side. Pop some DR and healing CDs to survive the damage, and if you need to, run like a little bitch from the adds. On Heroic, the adds get a buff from any others nearby, but this strat should make it irrelevant so long as you kill them quickly. You also get Engulfing Flame, fire eruptions in front of the boss, so move away before it goes off. And on Heroic, you now get 4 sets in different arcs, so dodge them all or die in fire. At 40%, you start the second intermission, which is exactly the same as the first, but you get 2 extra adds that need to be tanked. They make random players drop fire that heals the adds if they touch it, so if you get it, drop it away from the adds at the back of the room. Kill all the adds, but if the big ones are alive when you start phase 3, focus them down as a priority. In phase 3, spread to your phase 1 positions and keep dodging both the hammer smash and engulfing flames. Meteors fixate on a random player and roll after them, and dealing damage to them knocks them away in the direction you're facing. Keep them back with instant casts, and you can knock them into the boss lava to keep them out of the way. Lust at the start of the phase and play with the fiery balls while you burn down the rest of the boss before you get overrun. On Heroic, when he reaches 10%, you get a 4th phase, and you want to push before you get the 3rd meteor. Kite the meteors to the front of the room and wait for the lava to harden before running to sniff Raggy's new feet. Frost patches negate the ramping ticking damage, so everyone stack inside one and keep the meteors away. Kiting a meteor into a patch lets you kill it, but make sure you have a new patch to move to or you'll all melt. Dreadflame patches spread quickly and need to be cleared, so assign a few players, preferably hunters, to click on the big bubble and get the deluge buff. Running over the fire with the buff puts them out, so say goodbye to your passers, because if you don't keep up with this, you'll all die. Lastly, he empowers his weapon and deals a raid wipe if he hits the tank with it, so kite him into the green circle to root him and cancel the buff. Tanks, you need to move behind the circle before he gets the buff, because if you get hit while trying to kite, you'll all fucking die. Then kill the boss before you all run out of room. And that's it for Ragnaros and the Firelands. Congrats on your clear. If you want a bit more info on the fights or just want to
You can ignore the last like 2 minutes of the video when he's talking about heroic phase.
A lot
Last
of
minute.
fire.
I ignored the entire video because I didn't watch it.
Nice.
I never watch videos on prog. It's the opposite of fun.
I like the feet reference right in the beginning. Really got me locked in.
Stampeding Roar after making an appearance.
I'll be right back. I'm back.
Money, I'm excited to hear your explanation of the video.
I'm not explaining shit. Anyone who didn't watch the videos, we're just YOLOing.
That's what I always do. I don't fucking listen to you, bro.
Damn, we got a portal now from when we wait?
Yeah.
Nice.
Rag is the only fight that I remember attempting in here way back when. The rest of this place just is so forgettable.
I could not imagine what this raid would have been like if they didn't do the pre-nerf. I think it would have been real depressing. Do we want to just fuck around with and try this with 9 people? Doesn't really change much. I don't know if that sounds interesting.
Not against justice.
Yeah. Just get the cadence for it.
Oh, he's back anyway.
I'm back. Sorry about
Oh,
that,
that
guys.
works. We were just talking about maybe pulling at 9 just to see it, and then you're here.
Ah.
So we'll start by the ranged being outside. Let me see if I can find what the range is. Oh, it's not a range thing. It just says when 7 or more of his enemies are clustered together. So
Yeah,
it's just we
spread
all have to
versus
stack. I thought it was distance from the boss. Yeah, we'll just mark a melee. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, we'll start spread, and then when he gets near 90 energy, maybe we'll do it slightly early to be safe. We'll run in. One thing I was curious about, the Scorpion form ability is the frontal soak. It's 900k fire damage. The 2 tanks have 200k each. You'd have to have them at 50% DR, but then there's resist. I don't know. Probably can't soak that. Maybe Ire, because he doesn't need the damage buff. We have him soak it too. Alright, we're cooking.
I think in whatever, I think in the TLDR.
Yeah, it says either pop defensives or
Like defensive.
cooldowns.
We could even.
Do you think does it say 2 tanks alone can do it?
Watched it.
And that was with doing this
said
don't let them
tank.
use abilities
I
tech?
don't know if that meant they were like solo tanking, but it said tank. The video.
I mean, you're talking about like he goes into the other phases when you switch him back and forth. Not when.
Yes.
I mean, do they use their cooldowns on another section?
What do you mean?
Like they're.
Oh, the tanks? Yes, when they soak the fire, they would, but since they're soaking across 30 seconds, it's not like they'd have full uptime of their stuff, so maybe it doesn't really matter when they're soaking.
Because I mean, we could spend time out of this.
That's what I was thinking. We just never let him use the cat form ability, but then we could try doing like 1 scorpion. Yeah. I'm curious we'll see what the timer is like. If that buys us 15 seconds each time, maybe that works. But we wouldn't be able to do that when we have the fire pillars up. It's only if we don't have fire pillars can we do that. Alright. So no, we're good. So when we're in this, the first time we're in the scorpion form, we're going to let him cast, but for the first time, the 2 tanks just need to pop their defensives on that one cast. We're just gonna let him do 1 scorpion cast to see if you guys can survive it with defensives. Other than that, we're not gonna let him cast in the cat form.
5.
We also don't want to go too far away from the boss, because we're gonna be moving like in and out. When we go in, we're all stacking on blue. Can you pull him down more so we're like a little bit more centered? It doesn't need to be too far, but because we're gonna be running around this room a lot when the pillars start coming up. So move in, everyone in. Oh, we're too slow. What?
Ow! Oh, it was the
There's
pounce.
a Spirit of Flame. What's...
I think that's happened.
Yeah, cat form pounces and it leaves a clone that we DPS
Oh, yeah,
focus
sorry.
down the clone.
Stack high.
And
You're right,
ideally
you're right.
dodge the pounce.
Stack high.
That's the 3 times phasing. That's what the 2 tanks will be soaking.
Phase 3.
Because we started the chain dying. Yeah, we can res. So that energy bar fucking fills quick. Be a lot faster.
I'm relogging for a sec.
So wherever he leaps, we just have to get out.
No, we're not ever gonna let him leap. We're just too slow.
We're supposed to 100 energy.
Can we get might one more time? And food on tenders? So we briefly saw the fire pillars there. Whenever we see that, the tanks will just rotate so they're closest to the pillars and the raid will be on the opposite side. So make sure you're close enough to where you can get onto square when we call for it. It's going to be here in 2 seconds. Everyone stack on the square. Now we're staying stacked, and then when we call for it, we'll spread. If you need to, Torak, you could probably stay out if you need to.
No, it doesn't look like he has a hitbox.
In 2 seconds, we're spreading. Alright, let's spread. Once again, we don't have to go super far, so now you're mashing AMS. Oh no, this is the burning orbs, so tanks will be closest to those, and the raid gets behind the boss. Don't stack though, because we don't want to phase too fast. Oh, we phased it. Stack back up then. Fuck it. So do you see how the one fire thing is pinging the raid? You need to rotate so that the tanks are the ones closest. So now this is the seeds. We're staying stacked unless you need to run out for fire seeds. Yeah, we're not doing those fire pylons properly, but I guess it's okay. Make sure you watch your seeds debuff. If it gets too low, you need to get out with it. A phase, everyone out, we're good. Wait, the phase to what?
I'm confused.
I'm really, why did it? I'm also very confused by a phase like that. So why are a majority of us at range right now, but he's in... Oh, he is in the right form, I'm stupid. So we all would need to stack because he's about to cast, we're too slow. But do you see what I'm talking about with the fire pillars? There's going to be 2 of them. The
Yeah,
way
you
we
want-
positioned. Sorry, I'll just re-explain it.
Stack.
Both of them, not just one of them. Black put his butt to one of them and completely ignored the other one, while the other one was just blasting range behind
And
the boss.
everyone else needs to get behind the boss in an arc or whatever if you want to be spread, or behind the boss stacked if we're stacked.
And then because those attack the closest person, if the tanks are appropriately like aligned to those two pillars, you only have to move an inch behind the boss or behind the tank Spursy for it to go to you.
Okay.
And then when you get too many stacks, you just move back in front of the DK by like an inch, and then it will go on to the DK. And then once your stacks fall off, you just move behind the DK again.
Okay.
I think it's just on all of us to where we need to make sure we're phasing the boss appropriately, because at one point there we just kind of phased it like 2 or 3 times on accident, and it got like chaotic, and then all of a sudden we have like a million poles and seeds and shit. But that's the entire fight. We just have to phase him at the appropriate times, and we should be fine. And I think we can lust at the beginning there, right when that buff hits 100.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It looks like the seed debuff lasts actually pretty long on some of us, so
Mine was like 20.
yeah. So even if we end up getting the seeds during lust, they're probably not going to explode during lust.
Need fort.
I don't know if this was said, but you can get stunned and your seed counter still goes down. So I fucking killed 2 people because of that.
Yeah.
5.
Because we should
4,
never phase the boss
3,
3 times
2,
within 30
1.
seconds of getting the seeds. It's just a mistake.
The rage of the Firelands!
In 3 seconds we're going in. Going now. So let's try getting the tanks to use defensives on this cast here. I'll give you a bubble here too. Just make sure in 2 seconds the tanks pop the defensives. Let's see if you two can eat this to 5 more time. Pop a defensive now. Oh, that's easy. Fuck yeah. I think we let him do 1 more cast and then we'll spread. Right now we... Oh, okay. 2 is too many. Okay. Can we get him up? And then this is going to be
I could have
orbs.
spread out my defensives.
Alright, so just position so that the tanks are closest to those 2 orbs. We just need to rotate. Range, make sure you're like behind.
Rotate the boss, see the tank butts.
Yeah, the tank is 2 of the orbs, please. Not run from the orbs, just rotate to the orbs. Just stack on the butt. Now we're doing it. Here we go. And now the tanks are just juggling back and forth.
How many stacks?
Like 5 seconds of it, and then let the DK have it. And then just watch when your debuffs fall off. Oh, we need to phase range back out. Too slow. Yeah. But we're learning. That was pretty good. If we did the orbs faster, I think it would have been fine.
How many stacks of the orbs, or just, it's more of a timing thing? with
It's a
the stacks?
timing thing. Can someone tell me the duration? I'll do the debuff real quick.
Like
So
4 seconds.
5 seconds. You'll soak it 5 seconds, move in front of the DK, heat, and then when your stacks fall off in 5 seconds, you move back behind the DK.
Like 6, I think.
7
6
seconds.
or 7.
Whatever the duration is, yeah.
Okay.
You're looking at your stacks and his stacks, and you're just letting them fall off before you get new stacks.
We might have a res. Do
We have a teleporter right at the entrance, I think.
So it's probably easier just to figure out the stack count, but it's either 6 or 7 that you have to get to. Or double that, right?
If he can see Black's debuffs, you just look at the debuffs.
Yeah.
Just when someone's stacks fall off, you switch.
Yeah, the first time, but I mean, it's easier in the future just being able to look at your own, not having to target him.
Potentially.
So it's either probably 12 or 14 if you get a stack from each. If it increments every 1 second.
Oh, so I didn't see the thing. Well, I mean, so he gains a stack damage increase back every time transform.
Interesting.
Increasing the damage on those. So basically, we can only do that once, and then it'll be way too short. I'll just get.
Do we bother doing that at the beginning then?
I mean, we can do it for that one spot for the lust, just to like keep it. But it's basically once, and then we can never do it.
Sounds good. We get food.
Sorry.
I guess the lines can be fucked up too. Like you could just get like a random stack one time, so the timing doesn't matter. Like you said, you just need to wait until his go off.
Yeah, if he can see debuffs, I think that's the easiest way to do it.
Just focus him or something.
This entire fight, for the most part, is just going to be staring at that fucking energy bar, and we just need to move in and out appropriately. The one thing I'm not really sure about how it's going to work is when we have seeds, it's going to be weird with people running in and out, but I guess if only like one person is running out with seeds at a time, it shouldn't fuck with our phase.
Aren't all seeds applied at the same time though?
Duration is different.
Oh.
This is why you listen to the fucking explanation.
I'd rather figure it out as we go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The rage of the Firelands!
We're stacking in 3 seconds. Now?
The Master's power takes on many forms!
And then we're going to use the tank defensives on the first cast, and then we'll spread after. Plus. Perfect. Tank defensives now. What?
Damn.
You res. And then spread. Now we'll just res them after. This is going to be orbs, so we're just going to rotate. So tanks are the ones closest to that. And we're all behind it. Yeah, yes. Don't go too far though, because we're going to have to stack in 2 seconds. Now stack. You doing good on the stacks? It's perfect. Spread in 1 second now. Just make sure you're not too far because we're gonna stack pretty soon. Stacking now. Now this is an AMS spam and cloak spam. So you two can dodge it, perfect. And then just watch your debuff timer, guys. You only have to go 12 yards, so it's not super far. Spread now. We'll keep watching your seed timer. We're going in 3 seconds. In now.
Someone's about to explode.
Yeah, I'm on. We're gonna spread in 2 seconds, just be careful of the seed out now. Be careful with seeds. Oh, how's this gonna work? Apparently it's fine. So we need to, yeah, shift to where the tanks are, and the tanks just rotate. Tanks need to turn around. You need to be closest to the poles, tanks, not away from the poles. Not sure. We just need to rotate. Oh shit, you were right. Fuck. Stack on the stack on blue, stack on blue. Kill the ad. A little sketchy, but we're fine. Yeah, we should never. I don't think we're ever running the boss. We're only spinning. Spread. Can the tanks take a few steps backwards to get us away from that fire patch? Then stack on blue. Seeds again. And can we just get back towards the middle of the room? If we can. Just stay stacked on blue while we do it. That's good. Oh shit, did it phase? Maybe if we spread, it's fine.
Spread. Watch your.
We're gonna stack here in 2 seconds. Stack. And whoever's out, just get out, yeah. I think this is the problem when someone's dead. It's gonna get awkward with the numbers, I think. But we seem to be okay. Just.
So we lost the down buff because of the seed.
Yeah, this is where we just have to rotate. This is an awkward one. This is, I think, the one situation where you have to move the boss slightly so that the tanks are closest. Oh yeah, no, yeah, we don't even have to move. Yeah, we just have to rotate. Black, do you understand how this works?
I don't understand how we keep fucking this up.
Yeah. Black, you keep running from the poles, and it's putting it on the raid every time.
I don't know.
You need to be the one closest to those 2 poles. You keep
Doesn't
running
matter
from
how
them.
far you are, you just need to be closest. The only time you'd ever move it is if it's actually in the middle, drawing a straight line between the 2 poles, then you move it by like 10 feet.
So I can move it in between the 2 and be fine, right?
As long as you are in a position where you and the off tank can easily swap back and forth and be the closest, yes.
Preferably
the
you
boss
don't
is
remove.
95% of the time just spinning and nothing else.
I don't see how I can do that mechanic and not move.
Spin the boss. Don't move the boss.
Yeah, you can move. The boss doesn't need to move.
Like, in that last position, you were perfectly fine if you just put yourself closer to the poles than the raid. But you, like, ran from the poles, so the raid's chasing the boss, and now we're closest to the poles.
I mean, it really just fucks us up because it makes some transition and stuff if we don't maintain the stack and everything.
But that's 44%, that's the
Do you
entire
wanna
thing.
do, like a diagram or something?
No.
Do you get it, or no?
You just need to be closest to those fire poles when they spawn. Just rotate your body so that you're closest to it.
Well, I get it, but the problem is it's not getting one, it's getting both.
You're supposed to get
both. To be the problem. I think that's what I'm saying.
In that last spot, you had both if you just didn't run.
If someone else is getting it, they're in the wrong spot. They need to be offset to square side of the boss. It's their fault.
Yes. The raid will always be on the butt of the boss, so if you just rotate so the butt is away from the poles, that's fine.
If when spread is called by either botched or muddy,
Can we get food?
You spread in a cone behind square. You don't spread left and right. You spread in a cone behind square, or you're stacked on square. Those are your 2 options.
We need int, and that's just it after. Food's down.
If a ranged is sucking it off, call them a retard.
You have 5 minutes left on the flask.
I guess just put down a new one because we're gonna need them anyways.
How late we going?
I mean, if we can kill this in 1 or 2 poles, hopefully Rag is pretty quick.
Just make sure we don't fuck up those seeds. I know it was a shit show, but you just knock the 100% damage buff off the entire raid.
Yeah, so we're calling like stacked or red. You are ignoring that if you need to get out.
Yeah. Can we get Flask?
Out. Yeah.
Especially if stun is coming soon.
Yeah, mine exploded because I was spamming cloak and I was off the stun, so when it dispelled it, it still exploded.
Just need Flasks if you need it.
You take that.
You can, if you do it fast enough, you don't get it at all.
Yeah, it was just like offset by 3 seconds, so the cooldown wasn't complete yet.
Yeah.
And I think the reason why we got the stun with the seeds is because I think we had an accidental phase.
3,
I think.
2, 1.
I think in theory the seeds should be blowing up every time before we phase if we do it right. Can we stop moving here? We need to stack.
Middle of the room is probably bad because it's probably biased spawns.
Busting?
Yeah, now you're. Now tanks, you're just gonna soak this first one. Make sure you use a defensive in 2 seconds. Now. Alright, and then 2 seconds we're moving out. We're spreading now.
Nothing but ash.
So here, just get to the butt. Still spread for a second.
The master's power takes on many forms.
And we're spreading into 2 seconds. Spread now. I think we had an accidental phase at the beginning of that, but it's okay. We're stacking in 3 seconds. Now.
Blaze of glory. The master's power takes on many forms.
So maybe you just can't click the second.
Yeah, maybe not. Worked this time.
Spreading
Well,
into.
I mean, when you get the
Spread
second,
now.
just 5 seconds later, run out and then click it, then you're good, right?
Mhm.
Easy. Actually,
Stacking now.
because you'll lose your damage buff. You still probably want to do it correctly.
The master's power takes on
Run out.
I just want to make sure we phase it. I'm afraid when people are running out.
Sponges next.
Stop spreading in 2.
Torak.
Now. Should be okay.
Drop Torak.
So now just spin.
Everyone's on blue. Higher.
I think he wants to soak. Trying to pad the fucking healing meters.
Accent.
Yep. Sorry, I fucking completely lost my train of thought. Okay, cool. Spreading in 2. Now. Stacking in 2. Now. Just staying stacked. Spreading in 2. Now.
Torax first.
Stacking in now. Let's do it early. Stack it.
The master's power takes on many forms.
That's Onions and Punched.
Spreading in 2. Spread now.
Run out.
Just rotate it. Yeah, we're staying spread for a second. Stacking now.
Fucking hitbox changes, it's so annoying.
I just don't know why they gave him so much HP. We're spreading in 2. Spread now. Stacking now. Yeah, that's close.
The master's power takes on many forms.
I think Onions is first.
Spreading now.
The rage of the Firelands.
Stacking in 2. Stack.
Mama out. Then Suddy.
Run away.
It leapt.
Whose was that?
It leapt. It wasn't a bomb.
Really? Were we not all there?
I blinked in at the
I
very
mean,
end.
that's why
It was
kind of
bomb.
why we all.
We all died on top of each other.
I feel like we were all like in there, man.
Just so everybody is aware, timing is definitely 70. You need to be like running out at 70 and you need to lapsing.
I will say we spread a lot faster, obviously, because it's easier than stacking. But yeah, the stack one maybe we'll just go a bit earlier this next time.
Was Jeff too? What's the number? Was Jeff too slow to come back
7.
after his seed?
It's supposed to say 7.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
so
I blinked immediately.
So there's 2 tanks are out, right? So 1 person can be out. Yeah. Like my seed was gonna explode soon, but that's why I ran in when I had like 3 seconds, and once Jeff blinked in, I rocket jumped out.
I mean, we did it fine before without him switching. That Scorpion.
So the only thing about the orbs, and it wasn't really a problem there, but if you notice when they're far apart, if you go too far left or right of the boss, you'll actually take a hit of the orb.
Yeah.
So if you're like a DPS, you gotta watch out for that.
Yeah, that's why I said make a cone behind square.
Other than that, it looks fine. Looks pretty good. Just stupid how long this is.
Officially my least liked fight.
Do real food.
Flask on black here in a second. Anton Spunions. Light.
If you lose that buff, when do you get it back?
I mean,
It ramps every 10 seconds or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it slowly regenerates over time. Like, it doesn't, you don't need to do.
Just don't take damage.
Yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The rage of the Firelands!
Stacking in 2. Let's go now. Let's just go early on these cats from now on.
The Master's power takes on many forms!
Take cooldowns now. And spread now.
Nothing but ash!
Gonna be orbs, so just get ready to rotate. Just spin around.
The rage of the Firelands!
Rip Jeff's buff.
Yeah.
Stacking in 2. Now.
The Master's power takes on many forms!
Spreading in 2. Now. Let me know when you get your buff back to 100%, Jeff.
It's back.
Stacking in 1. Just go now. Just going early. Sorry, I forgot. Use your seeds. Use your AMS.
The Master's power takes on many forms!
Spread now. We don't have to go super far.
The rage of the Firelands!
Run out.
Stacking now. We need to be in. Ooh, that's really close.
Power takes on many forms!
Out. Thank you for calling that. Orbs, spinning around. We're stacking in 3. now.
The Master's power takes on many forms.
Spreading in 3. You can go now.
The rage of the Firelands.
Stacking in 2. Go now.
Blaze of glory.
Goodness.
The Master's power takes on many forms.
Spreading in 3. Now.
The rage of the Firelands.
Stacking now.
Not for
Yep, everyone else goes in.
Run out.
The Master's power takes on
Outline.
many forms.
Smuggles.
Out.
Nothing but
Yeah, sorry. I took on space now. Gotta rotate, yeah. Stack now. Go early so we don't fuck it up.
the Master's power takes on many forms.
Let me know when your buff is full, Jeff.
Just to be safe, try to actually be on blue.
Spread.
Full.
Rage of the Firelands.
Stack. No way. Oh my goodness. He almost fucking did it again.
The Master's power takes on many forms.
Spread in 2. Now.
The rage of the
Remember, don't go too far.
Run out.
Stacking in 3. Jeff will be out, everyone else in. I'll spin you out, Jeff in. Perfect.
takes on many forms.
Fire's next.
Nothing but ash.
Snooks, just sprint out if you can.
The Master's power takes on many forms. Behold, the rage of the Firelands.
Thank you. Stack.
The Master's power takes on many forms.
Just make sure we start rotating tank cooldowns. You're starting to get chunked a little bit. Spread.
Nothing but ash.
Just rotate around. Just ignore the old ones. They'll disappear here in a second. Stacking in 2. Stack now on blue. Just stack early.
The Master's power takes on many forms.
Anything for mana?
Give me 1 second. Spread. Spread. It should have mana now.
Rage of the Firelands.
Stack.
Blaze of glory. The Master's
Hell yeah.
One fight.
It's the dumbest fight I've ever done.
Enjoy your trinket.
Shit. Congrats. I think what's a good idea later. Jeff kept losing it because like the range just get the orb because they don't move fast enough, right?
Potentially.
It's
If the
just that
healers, can be like act as buffers for the
True.
ranged if they're like far left, far right, back, and just offset a little bit farther back, so when they spawn, like Jeff and the other range won't just lose their buff all the time.
Did we mess up at the end?
We got double orbs, right? We didn't get seeds. It was weird.
I was just blinking for my distance thing for spread or stack.
Yeah. Do you understand what I was saying though, Jeff?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. So I'm just wondering, should I just not do that? Because I don't know if that's giving them.
No, that's fine. I think you just kind of give the center channel to DPS, and then the left and right sides of the far sides of the cone would be Ire and Suddy, and they can like catty corner and keep you like a little ice cream sandwich in the middle.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. That works.
That way, when the orbs spawn, even if you don't react fast enough, or the tanks don't react fast enough to rotate the boss, you won't lose your damage buff.
Does the tier work the same? Do you need the normal one to get the heroic piece?
Yes. But
so this is the thing for me.
certain-
So can I get these shoulders
for
or?
shoulders you can get his.
Okay.
It's just chest, legs, gloves. I think you need the piece beforehand.
Correct. Use 2 keys.
Yeah.
Go buy it now.
And Jeff, I don't use this one.
Yes, I do.
I used the Valor wand and I just upgrade it. I already have the Valor wand, so I just need that upgrade.
Going 2-piece of each tier, like 11 and 12, is like huge DPS for now.
We're doing 7 tomorrow, right?
Yeah, I mean, my work schedule should be good for 7.
Mortal insects! You dare trespass into my domain? Your arrogance will be purged.
I feel like we're about to die.
Sorry again for the delay today.
You want to get the left one?
Yep.
That worm's throwing it back.
Are you live level?
I am, but I lost.
Lol.
They're back.
It was back up a little while ago.
Where'd he go?
So no trash drops.
That's kind of fucked.
We're missing out on like 50,000 gold.
I'm missing out. Well, missing out on 80,000 gold.
So I think the tanks can stack or spread. I don't know what the fuck you guys do. Well, I think the melee can also stack. I don't think it matters for you guys. I think it's the range that matters. Range just have to be split by 6 yards, and we need to do half on the left, half on the right. Let's do me, Botched, and Jeff on the left, and then Torak. Or actually, no, put me on the right. So there'll be Botched, Mamawama, and Ire on the left, and Spunyans, Torak, and me on the right. Phase 1 was what? It was just like, he's gonna... There's an AoE around range, that's why we spread. There's a knockback on melee, get fucked. There's a tank debuff that you guys tank swap. I think you can let it stack a little bit. I don't know how often you swap. Just communicate. He'll face somebody in ranged, I think specifically, and he'll slam his hammer down. If he's facing you, you move, and out of the hammer comes like waves of lava, so just dodge that shit. I think a big pool of fire spawns under people in ranged, I think. We need to designate people to soak it, and it does a fuck ton of damage, and it throws you in the air. I think it has to be like me or Jeff doing it, because we can negate the fall damage. think I have to glyph levitate or something.
Yeah, I'm key binding my slope. I gotta make sure I got the right slope on macro. Alright, yeah. I just gotta key bind it.
I think you can also blink. Does that just bring you to the ground?
Yeah, that too.
So I guess if you see a pool, just don't stand in it. Jeff and I will be the ones soaking. There's just going to be a lot of raid damage right before we pop each one. At some point, he phases. Fuck if I know. Maybe it was 75%.
35, 40.
Something, yeah. He despawns, and then out of the outside ring of this room, fire elementals will spawn. That's why we're like splitting half left, half right. Just shoot the fire ellie that's closest to you. They're slowable and stunnable. I believe when they drop below 50% HP, they lose a lot of their speed. We can't let any of them reach rag. So some will come from in front of us, some from the opposite corners and shit. Just kill all the ads.
Are they knock backable?
Yeah. Yes. And then I forget after that. After that, I think we're... Fuck if I know, man. Oh, we stack. Yeah, after we kill all the ads and rag comes back up, we're gonna stack. I guess I'll put 2 markers down. Stack points will be like here and like here something maybe. Basically, we're all gonna stack. Say we all start on green. There's gonna be some timer for seeds. When that timer gets close, we're all just gonna start preemptively running from the one marker to the other. Seeds will get dropped underneath our feet, and that's why we're running. When we reach the other marker, we're gonna turn around. A bunch of ads will pop out of the seeds, and we just have to knock back and fuck them up. Once those ads are dead, I think we're just back to shooting rag. During that too, like after the ads are dead, I think there's gonna be like a ring that pops around close to rag, so we all have to back up or else we'll get one shot. Then afterwards, I think we just go right back to our stack point. And then I think at some point he phases again, and we do the elementals around the outside, but at the same time, 2 ads spawn in the middle that the 2 tanks pick up. We just kill the things on the outside, then afterwards we kill the 2 elementals in the middle, and then I think we're right back to phase 1 from there. And then I think that's the fight. I'll just try and communicate while we go. It's gonna be a shit show.
Guys, I don't know what this fight is about at all.
It's fine.
There's some
Do you want to
fire.
split up the melee and tank too?
Say what now?
Do you want to split up melee and tank too?
I guess so. I guess Snoogs, Triangle, Neuro, Diamond.
Roger that.
Which one are you going to, Muddy? Diamond?
Yeah, I'll be on the right side.
Okay, I'll go right, and you can go left person.
Okay, I'll go left.
And then the tank swap is on the debuff. I don't know how many times you let that stack. I think it just does a dot, I think is the debuff.
4, 3.
Which way are we going, Money?
1.
I'm left.
You're left, I'm right, yeah. And the ranged on both sides, just 6 yards spread from each other. It doesn't need to be huge. And then just watch the lava pools that pop up and don't run into them.
We lost.
I think we save it for the last phase, but if we wanted to just learn the fight, we could lust now, but I don't know how realistic it is. What is that debuff you got, Black?
Pop that trap, Muddy.
It's all you do.
Now?
I think he tank swapped it, yeah. So that's the smash, dodge that melee, I think. Then dodge the fire, yeah. Or I got fucking launched. Can you res him, Splunions, to your right? It's on you now, Splunions. Just move to your right and res him.
Try taunting. Let's see if we can do 3.
I'm gonna soak this right now. Can we raid sack? Don't accept the battle res just yet, just wait a sec. Now you can accept it. Smash in the middle. It's gonna do that 3-side thing. Careful.
Yeah, looks like we taunt every 3.
Yep.
The trap over here on me.
I'm gonna soak it here in a second. We're just low HP. You're gonna die the fall damage if you do it.
I can do it with my cloak if you want me to.
Grip the tank, grip.
I'm fine.
Oh, no.
Is this on normal?
Yeah. Well, we're on that phase, right? Isn't it 75%? We see this next phase? Is it gonna do it? When do you phase?
Like in the future.
It might be 33.
And then
Oh, it's 70 point. It's 70.45.
can soak and you just
Phase change.
Can only grip one time. So here's the shed on the outside. We're not hitting rag. We're looking on the outside. Just get ready to fuck all that stuff up. I don't know why he's taking so long to phase.
Yep, it's wrecking.
They're just... We have to kill these before they get to the middle.
Whoa.
What the fuck was that? Oh!
Oh, the elementals are touching the hammer.
The hammer will spawn right next to where they spawn.
Is it lands on the tank? Does the tank need to be in the middle? Or was that a glitch? What the fuck was that?
The elementals hitting?
Yeah, but it's because the hammer was on the side. I'm gonna guess it targets... Who was on the right there? Why did the hammer go right?
I was there.
But it wouldn't make sense to target you, would it?
Does it not just go? I'm confused. What fucking happened? How did that?
I thought it would go in the middle.
Is it a set pattern?
Well, the ads are all set on the outside, but what happens is the ads run to the hammer. If the ads reach the hammer, a lot of fucking damage happens. He put his hammer down, like, on top of where the elemental fucking spawned.
Can you slow the ads?
I didn't see the
They are
ads right
slowed
there.
by a percentage based on how low their health is.
And you can knock them back and slow them and stuff.
We actually have to use our knockbacks and stuns, I think.
So the two closest ones, I guess we can just... You do left, I'll do right cedar of the hammer, and we can just grip it away.
But I don't think the hammer was supposed to be on the side like that. I think the hammer's supposed to be in the middle. Really?
When you say side, what do you mean? I saw it in the middle.
I saw
it was to the far left side.
It was on our.
Like, it was basically where the elemental spawned, right?
Do we wipe if one or two hits the thing?
Yes, if one hit, we might be able to recover, but it looked like two was too much. On heroic, it's an instant wipe. On normal, I guess we could soak one, but I'm just confused. Why?
We do.
Why was the hammer there? Because on the video, too, it showed the hammer in the middle, right? Yeah, it shows the hammer in the middle, and the ads running from the outside to the middle.
How much life do they have?
Hundreds.
When you pop a magma trap, does it do raid wide?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why
Well,
Buddy wanted to be in control of it. You just fucking
I'll keep
rocket
that in
boost
mind.
into it.
I did not realize.
I think that was what killed me, right?
You probably got meleeed after the tank died.
Also, I think we need to have, at least on my side, I was having range issues on people. Maybe it's because I was on the center. Yeah, I just need to be in the middle of you guys. I think that's fine. It's just me. No, I think it was my fault. I think, thinking about it. Flask on Tenders, int on Torak.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Lust.
Run away.
I'm acting team.
First trap is over at you, Jeff.
Tell me when you're good.
I think we're good.
Can you announce when you're popping this?
Yeah, my bad.
Watch the hammer smash. It's gonna do the lava and the lines.
Just do like a 3, 2, 1 or something.
Yeah.
You can B-res him if he's in range.
Buddy, let me know when you're good for trap.
I think we're good.
3, 2, 1. I didn't even go up in the air.
Your system.
Guess so.
Smash is now on somebody. Watch the lines that come out. Whenever you're ready, I think we're good. Wait for a second for botch to get full. We need to top botch, and then we can pop it. I think we're good.
3, 2, 1.
You're the best, Jeff.
Phase change.
Yeah.
But here's the ads here in a second. Oh, here's the hammer's now going to be in the middle.
They're in the back here. I didn't even.
Yeah, now the hammer's in the middle. I don't know why it was on the side last time. That's so much easier. It's a joke. Oh, no!
You fucking suck. What is going on over there?
We may need to spread things based off.
Damage, bro. You don't need
My
to
trap didn't even go off over here. We just killed them.
not slow them. Just kill them.
Oh, we need to stack. Sorry, stack on diamond if we can. Come over the diamond on the right.
1.
We run left now.
step.
Now we're running left. Oh boy. So we're just gonna practice this. See, pretend all the ads are on the right, and now we would all be on triangle. We face to the right, and now the ads are gonna run at us, and we pop them. We would have a slow trap. Yeah, we can knock them back. We slow trap, and we just AoE those ads, and they should all be stacked together. That should be an easy phase. Then you see the ring of lava. If that happened in melee, we would just back up to dodge it, and then after it goes off, we go back to triangle, and that's that entire phase.
Do those ads blow up when they get to you? Is that why we have to cut them?
Something like that happens, yeah.
So I can't get in there in melee.
Each one of them fixates the person that they were attached to.
Ah, okay.
What range are going left?
Say what now?
Which range are going left?
In that phase?
Just in general.
Swap
For the hammer phase.
Cedar. Swap the 2 tanks, please, so we have a grip on each side.
No,
Okay.
I think it's fine depending on what range is going left.
Yeah, maybe.
Range left is ninja.
Thanks, Bunyan.
Sponge on right.
Sponge is right.
I'm alright.
There's
Oh,
just
so
no
you
reason
each
to
have
have
one
2.
knockback.
There's just no reason to have 2 grips on one side.
Okay, yeah. No, if they were both on the same side. Okay, you want to go left then?
Sure.
And Snooze can go right?
Bosch and Spundian should probably stand
So then-
closer to the hammer so other knockback can get more than one, like if they're all star.
What I did is I went to the second one cedar and just gripped the first to the location of the second one and cleaved them.
Yep. I didn't even have to use my grip.
Why is there not a portal to Rag?
Because they put all this time and
Because you're supposed to
effort
one-shot 'em.
into making
And
this
look at this
palace.
view, Muddy.
Exactly.
Doesn't this intimidate you right now?
Yeah, they want you to have this.
If I had
Intimidating.
any kind of game audio, this might be ambient. But
I had my music off.
Also, as a side note, I noticed, like, right before we phased, I think it actually tells you where the hammer is going to come down.
yeah.
Like, I think it is random, so... Because, like, for me, it actually shouted at me that it was coming down in the middle before it spawned.
Interesting. So if it's on a side, we need to like extra focus it.
Yeah. Yeah, I forget what weak aura I have, but it's that other popular one.
Yeah. If you know, just call. Where it
Yeah,
is.
yeah, for sure.
It puts a mark on the ground. It like literally has a
Oh, really?
foreshadowing mark.
It has a giant orange like light
Ah.
where it's going.
I was just getting like a big alert on my screen in green. It said like SB middle.
And if you guys have defensives available in phase 1, when like Jeff is counting down, just pop like your bark skin and shit. Anything that help reduce that AoE damage would be awesome.
I guess if it goes left, Jeff, you shade right, and if it goes right, Jeff, you shade left.
5, 4,
Because there's going to be an extra ad, because ads
2,
always spawn singles.
1.
Get what I'm saying?
I got confused, to be honest with
Go
you.
to the understaffed side. So if the hammer comes left, you go right. Hammer goes right, you go left.
Gotcha.
Whenever you're ready, Jeff.
3, 2, 1.
Okay. Oh, that's fine.
Smash on the middle. Watch the lines.
Why am I so fucking?
Like, did you res them?
I need a better.
We top Jeff off and then I'll pop this. Popping the trap in 3, 2, 1.
Smash coming.
It's on the right. It's popping this in 3, 2, 1. Popping.
This is my realm.
Let's just be able to get that. Smash, watch the lines.
Want me to get that one, buddy?
No, I just got knocked into it.
Gotcha.
Phase change.
Right? It's on the left.
Yeah, left. Yep.
So we need a little extra help on the left. Just get the ones closest.
Right, you need more help on the right.
We. Oh, true. There's only 2 on the left. I see what you're saying. I got you. I got you. As long as you handle the 2 on the left, we're good. Much easier. There's 1 in the lava. There's 2 in the lava.
Raggy.
Stacking on purple on right. Stack on right. We're running in 4 seconds. We're gonna run to triangle. Start running now. Fuck it.
3.
Just run past triangle because we're running early. Just run extra far.
Watch your step.
Yep, just keep running, keep running, keep running. Don't stop. I said extra far. Now we turn to the right in a second when they pop. Don't run to the seats though. They do damage based on how far away you are from them when they pop.
So should we have waited longer to start running?
Yeah. The hammer was like on top of us and I was kind of scared.
The hammer is like very predictable in directions. It's like super easy for me. Like you can stand right next to his melee, you always know it's gonna be safe, so we don't have to do that next time.
I just kind of panicked when I saw the hammer was on top of us.
Yeah, so
now we would stack back on triangle.
One of the melee, they know how to dodge it.
I didn't live.
We should do both roars, back and forth on those.
You bubble and dies, Percy?
Yeah. I tried to get the stacks off me.
We should taunt on 3. I thought I taunted there. Is it possible for taunt to miss? Still, if you don't have a hit?
I got up to 5 because I was at 4 and then I was low. I tried to bubble the thread off and the stacks, and it went up to 5 and I went down.
No, I thought I taunted there. But yeah,
He did, and then he
unless we mess
turned.
it up, it should be 3. Oh, so he went back to you?
Yeah, like I saw him target you, and then he came back to me for some reason. I don't know why.
Oh, weird.
Because I even bubbled, so I don't know why. He would have come back to me. I should have dropped thread.
You didn't range it, Cedar?
I don't know, maybe on the knockback or something.
Yeah, maybe go like in his dick so you guys don't range it on knockback. Also, when you're doing traps, probably don't stand in between the boss and the trap so you don't get knocked into it.
Yeah, but it's 3 unless we mess it up, I think.
Okay.
I pull at the beginnings because I have my rune weapon up, so I just want to attack.
Do you want me to take him first then?
1.
No, that's fine.
1.
I think if we can do that seed phase properly, I think the fight might be free from there.
I mean, that's just the timer is correct, right? Is at 0, you start running.
So right after we kill ads, the hammer ads, the elementals, we stack on purple.
Yeah. And then as long as we're close enough to the boss, I guess we just ignore the hammer and it should land behind us.
Yeah.
And then just
I think
while
we
we're
have to
killing those
all move.
ads, if we ever see like a bunch of circles, like huge circles underneath our feet close to the boss, immediately move like outside the range of those circles.
I think it's pretty important we all move at the exact same time there too.
Yes. Yeah, we need to be stacked together. If someone lags behind you, you get one shot. I don't want to switch to that, Jeff, because I'm pretty sure switching to two-hander loses the enchant, and it just is like a net loss on intellect or something.
If it was heroic,
Use it for now.
then maybe.
Switch back later.
It's just 6 eye levels higher than the one-hander.
Yeah, I got the other offhand, and I'd rather use the offhand. It's better stats for me.
Flask on Splunions if you have that extra.
Yep.
And then food on me and Jeff and Emotive.
You wouldn't use that staff, Mike?
I'd have to sim it, but I don't think so.
Like, I really feel like that's probably DPS negative, potentially, versus one-handers.
I'd imagine.
5, 4,
Just disenchanted.
2, 1.
Be gone from my realm, insects.
I'm gonna soak this in a second here.
Are we lost?
I haven't been.
Soaking in 3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1.
Hammer left.
Watch it. We did it. Do you have threat on tenders?
Oh, I'm just everything else.
Wait a second. We need a top botched off. Alright, can we get a raid sack by the pally and then we can pop it in 3, 2, 1. Pop it, Jeff. Smashes on the right.
Say when you want me.
You can do it. Just go in.
3, 2, 1.
Four, 3, 2, 1.
It's in the middle on iron.
Phase change.
Just watch the left and the right on that. Right? Hammer's on right. Make sure we kill the 2 immediately to the right of Rag. The really close one. Snooze other way. Other way, Snooze.
Which, okay, that's what I used the fire weapon.
We're gonna get the 2 fuckers through the lava in the end. Just be ready to knock that back. Okay. Alright, stacking on diamond. Let's actually move a little bit to the right of diamond, just barely. Just to give us a little more space, yeah.
4, 3, 2, 1.
We're not moving, we're not moving.
3.
In 3, 2, 1, run now.
Watch your step.
Stop on triangle and then turn to the right. Melee, you're just continuing on boss. Ranged are the ones hitting. And then knock these back too. They just can't reach the read.
Run.
Yep, we're good where we're standing.
Restack. Finish the last one. We have another stack going right?
3, 2.
30 seconds, this next seeds. We're just, if he ever does those circles underneath our feet is when we back up, but we're fine. I'll call it.
Did you roar Splunions?
I think I saved it.
Gonna do the next one.
It's in 15 seconds. In 4 seconds of seeds.
3,
Run
2,
now.
1. Watch your step.
Then stop on purple. Range, get ready to fuck him up.
4, 3, 2, 1.
These things don't explode.
It's like they melee or something. We're phasing in 0.1%, and then I think it's adds on the hammer again.
Phase
But the
change.
tanks, there's 2 big adds in the middle. You both pick up one of them.
Sides. DPS go to your sides. It's middle.
Yep. So we need half and half on both sides. Kill the closest ones first. Big adds ignore. Let the tanks handle them. Get ready to pop a defensive. If you have a defensive, pop it now. Keep killing them. We're doing good. Kill adds, big adds. Just pick up the boss if you can, Black, while you're doing your ad. Just pop defensives. I'll give you pain suppress. You need to finish off these big adds before we go on the boss. And this is phase 1 all over again, so it's just whatever we've been doing in phase 1. Watch the smash in the middle. It's gonna come left and right. Other big guy, and then we're on boss. Tank swap, I think, right? We have a battle res.
Yep.
Out of melee. Back up. Now you're back in. You're good. I think you're good. Does that fire hurt? I think you're fine.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Target you.
Whoever the meteor targets, you have to kite the meteor.
Smash middle. Dodge.
Whoever is the meteor targets, you're just kiting it, and we just hit it to not that's me. Okay. I'm gonna try and knock it back into the boss, or Jeff, can you hit the meteor or change targets? Just knock it back into the boss if we can hit that meteor. Just throw it into the boss.
I don't have a knockback.
We're fine. It's you just hit it once.
You hit it.
Okay.
Just kite it. Kite it. Run. Yep. Whoever it targets, just kite it for a few seconds and hit it. Keep fucking up the boss.
Smash middle.
Waves.
You're fine, Spungins. I'll knock it back.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Is there an ICD on the knock?
5 seconds. Every 5 seconds you can knock it. 2 meteors, just make sure if it targets you, you kite it and hit it every 5 seconds to knock it.
Run.
Just make sure we keep hitting boss though, we don't spam the meteors, you just kite him and hit him once every 5 seconds. Just a smash on the left, it's gonna come across the middle. Can someone help Snooze? I think I got him. I got it. What? Don't stand in that. It's in the middle. We lost.
Can somebody hit the meteor?
4, 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1.
Run.
Smash middle. Watch out.
Just keep watching the meteors. It's on you. You're kiting it and hitting it.
Can you melee it?
No. Just kite. Let a ranged hit it if it's on you. Just kite away from it.
Run.
Oh, is that it?
Fucking hectic. The hell? We forgot the lust.
We did.
Weak.
Another ad you trinket?
Congrats.
So many embers.
I don't know how you kept getting aggro from this person.
What was that? Dude, that was wild. I had 7 stacks at one point.
Scope, how many are you at after 1 week?
14.
Sweet.
How many do you need?
25.
Not bad.
Does it give you like a Shadow's Edge type middle ground weapon?
Yeah, the first one is 78.
You wouldn't even use that though, right?
No, I would. It's haste hit.
Oh.
Yeah.
How long does it take to get second stage?
Probably 4 weeks after that, maybe.
That's Bisk next phase.
Of course.
I mean, it.
One cool thing about next phase is we get like crazy weapons from Deathwing.
Thank you for coming, Spursy. Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
thank you.
Yeah, thanks y'all for having me and carrying my ass. Appreciate you guys.
Nah, you did good.
And I thank
You're
you
the
for
best
paying.
take we've had.
You guys ever need a spot off tank or anything, let me know.
And you still have a wife.
Ah, dude. Speaking of, I'm hopping. See you
Yeah,
guys.
good luck.
See.
See you, man.
I hope Lomas' wife is okay.
You're a fucking idiot.
He looking Discord.
Why you let the tire go down?
Oh, dude, a blood clot's no joke.
Yeah,
That's what I'm afraid of. I think I'm gonna die the one day.
we all are. Fucking gamer fucking legs. Everyone get on aspirin now.
Wait, aspirin breaks it up?
Yes.
I'll just take one like once a week and I'm good?
Once a day?
Fuck.
Older people think.
Or drink
Don't
green
your
tea,
liver
bro.
died if you take aspirin every day.
Also,
I'm getting my
not a lot.
I'm getting my kidneys sliced up in a few weeks. I'm down. Let's do
shit.
some aspirin too.
You're actually getting surgery?
Yeah, I meet with my doctor tomorrow, but yeah, I'm just.
Yeah,
I think I'm just gonna tell him to take them all out. I don't want to deal
You
with
have a
this shit.
stone?
I have 8 or 9.
Oh my god.
And the reason why I have to get the surgery is they recently found, I think the one is 9 millimeters or something.
Oh!
Yeah, like
Can you send each of us one, please?
if
Can I
they
get the big one?
Send them in a locket too.
if they give me them, I might do that.
Are they
They
technically
don't.
edible?
They don't.
For the Horde.
I'll ask nicely.
Alright, you need to pass all of them. So
Yeah, if you
we
give
can-
birth to them, they can't take them away.
Yeah, I'll pass the
I
9
thought, like, if you
millimeter.
got your leg removed, they would let you take home your leg sometimes.
They'll let you take home like
Nowhere?
metal and stuff. I don't think they're not supposed to give you anything.
Yeah, but like if the doctor's cool, like will he just spot you a leg?
You probably don't want a doctor who would be cool with that doing surgery on you because he probably participates in many different types of malpractice. The extent to which you have to malpractice before you're like, yeah, you can take your leg home.
Alright, Scope. Operate on my leg. I want to take it home.
Maybe he's like Hal, so you know
Wait,
he's
what
like
if you do an
unorthodox.
in-home operation? Then technically you're not ever taking it home, right? That's the way around the law.
Wait, if we give you permission, Scope, can you operate on all of us?
No.
Like just at home, remove a couple of our legs.
Oh yeah,
Wait, then we can't get blood clots.
I 2-piece.
You just cut them out.
Oh, I did win the chest over that pally. Thank you for reminding me.
Get 2-piece. Everybody should get 2-piece next week. Tomorrow, right? We're raiding tomorrow, 7 o'clock?
Yeah. If you did the heroics before raid, you could get them.
Yeah, I was asking earlier because I don't use in my.
I guess if you have time tomorrow, really try to get your 2-piece for raid. And if you don't, you could just use your fissure stone fragments, maybe. Does that math out if you're capped on fissure stones?
What?
3200, 160, you get 1600 plus 3200, that's enough, right? For 2-piece? Then you don't have to do heroics if you don't
It's
have time.
3850 for 2-piece.
Yeah, so that'll be enough then. Even if you just have, you would need 45 fissure stone fragments to get 2-piece tomorrow. And be capped already.
Did we get firestones? Are those guaranteed drops?
Like a
We got one?
percent.
That's kind of stinky.
I think the tank 2-piece is a bigger upgrade than the DPS 2-piece. I I think I have to get that one
Got
first.
the best deals anywhere.
The healer 2 pieces, I don't know, seems marginal.
Mine is just mana.
Same up. All of them are, so you're giving up the spirit regen for this other form of regen.
I have not had any mana issues in any of these fights so far. Which I'm like, I reforged all my stuff back to spirit off of crit and haste and stuff, and I've not gotten a single time. I barely used my mana cooldowns.
I'll have to do that for all the heroic fights.
Do your parses.
Also, the guild bank should be stocked with gems, just not enchants.
I can't comfortably swap out my new 2-piece for my old 4-piece. And I haven't found anything regarding that.
Well, 378 isn't a huge upgrade. Unless you got a heroic in there.
That's what I'm thinking. Cause I go from 10% cast time, or reduced cast time, to chance to summon a mirror image.
That sucks.
When does the Baradin Hold boss go live?
It's out already.
Is it not tomorrow?
No.
Was it not out? I thought it was supposed to come out the same week.
I thought it was the week after.
Oh,
Yeah, I
was
thought it was
Yeah.
the week after.
Tuesday after. Because it's normally Thursday release, Tuesday after Baron and Hold.
Can I lighten that coin
They
purse up for
delayed
you?
the patch, or they did it earlier, whatever the
I
fuck.
got a deal for you.
So it's like kind of confusing.
Was Frag Loot higher item level?
Yeah, it is. It's B84. 700.
Ragnaros space. Next phase, the two-hander sword off a Deathwing like summons tentacles, and then just diddle the boss and do a bunch of damage.
Yeah, we don't have a fucking the druid weapon off, or that polearm makes you 50%.
Yeah, we don't got no druids.
Oh.
Alright, guys, have a good night.
Alright.
Good night.
Tomorrow,
I thought
7?
it turned you into a flame kitty too.
7 tomorrow? Jeff, you're good for
Well,
7?
the staff
I'm good
off
for
of
7.
Andril, off of
What'd you say, Jeff?
Domo.
Yeah.
Wait, so there's another one?
No, there's only one. It just drops in
Oh.
Fireland.
And yeah, the staff.
But we're talking about the same one, right? Same staff?
That
That's my best.
Oh no, we gotta give it to
It'd be
Ire
cool.
for
Cat with the
safety.
bow.
Yeah.
Only.
It's weird that it doesn't have gem sockets.
Oh.
Caster ones all have 2.
increases size by 10. 1 second. Would increase.
I want it. I'm gonna go reroll Torin.
Oh, it's melee and range. Actually, next problem.
Torak's gonna get big.
How may I aid you?
Does it make my pet bigger?
Wind be at your back.
Marty, do you have agility to gloves?
I believe I have everything. Let me look. Is it 20 agi?
Yeah.
That's an old enchant. Yeah, let me grab the mats real quick. Where are you at?
I'm I'm in the bank.
Oh, fuck, it needs one more essence. Fuck. Nah, we got it.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
How may I be of service?
According to some napkin math, that tank 2-piece is a 12% DPS increase.
For blood decay?
For me.
Tank? Do you wear tank 2-piece?
Yeah. 2 and 2.
Nice. It's the fucking ICC blood decay, death and decay damage.
That's what I was saying before, is that I think I get the tank 2-piece before I get my DPS 2-piece.
Welcome. Welcome.
Major Domo and Elysirazor don't count for All-Star points.
Makes sense.
That makes sense.
I think everything else does so. Yeah.
Sad. How much is apparatus right now?
I think it was like 75k earlier, because I've been looking at the tank one.
Yep, 74. That's crazy. It's crazy that's...
I don't think that one's worth it.
No, the weapon was worth it, though. The weapon went up in price. I made a good choice.
The only other DK that... Go for it.
How much is it now?
35.
No.
The only other tank that messaged us tonight was a DK, and at first I was like, "Oh my god, the DK messaged us!" Oh, and I need to pull up his logs. I pull up his logs. He has 1 kill in tier 11, so the previous tier, and it was a 1 parse. And I pull up his Firelands. He has 1 kill from like yesterday in Firelands, where he parsed a 21 on Bethelak. And I pull up this raid. They raided. It was a 10-man normal. They raided for 3 hours. They killed Bethelak in 3 pulls, and then they wiped on Ellis Razor, whatever the fuck that bird is, for like 2 hours on normal, and the best percent they got was 82.
That's amazing.
On normal.
Doesn't sound like his fault, though.
Yeah, I was like looking, I was like, I don't think you're gonna do this, sir.
I want to level another tank, but like, why do that when there's blood decay?
True. Warriors fun dungeons, though. Oh fuck! 2-piece.
Oh shit.
Do you know what the cadence is? Do you use it pre-pull so that you reset it instantly?
Probably.
How does it work?
It has... It's an 8% chance of any spells. It has a... So like, it should just be up.
Wait, read it? Your 2-piece, what is this?
I mean, it just says your damaging spells have a chance of remaining cool.
Oh. That's crazy. Oh.
Actually, it has that.
Also, my ghoul on Elysirazor is actually hitting her in the sky, so maybe your fire elemental would work.
It has been hitting it. We've been like grouping up behind the meteor, and you just see the fire Ellie in the corner punching the boss.
No, yeah, it's fine. It's just like because the stupid buff doesn't affect my fire.
Yeah. I should play Unholy, huh?
And it's just, I guess it's not like a fire mage. Take a different vampire blast. And long S time.
Maybe I'll
The
try.
moment I get to 20 stacks, it just feels fun.
I'll try Unholy when we're full clearing.
And that boss isn't even.
Yeah. I just want to watch the fucking gargoyle just machine gun.
If you did equal DPS AMZ on Rag, I think it's supposed to be pretty good.
I don't do equal DPS.
That would suck.
Could always try doing it.
I think it's just spell tower, right? Its guides would tell you to like snapshot your haste too.
I think Bear's the second best tank.
Well, kind of. I think it's the better tank than Prot Pally because it can move. I think Prot Pally's just so immobile it like fucks it in the ass sometimes.
Druid also has
Their like
decent
death
healing.
percentage
It's
is a lot
it's
lower.
It's not on demand like DK.
And their damage is higher, slightly.
Yeah, I mean, just Prot Pally brings raid stack, which I think is pretty fucking good.
Do we have some other source of might if we didn't have a Pally?
Me. Well, for the mana,
Yeah.
It'd have to be the mana tide from.
Warrior survivability is like okay, but its damage sucks for most
You might be able
bosses.
to fix it with a pet.
If you bring a warrior over a blood DK, you literally lose a DPS. It's so stupid.
I mean, if you look at the logs, the warrior DPS is just retarded lower than everything else.
Yep.
I'm sure it's a low sample size, but their survivability is actually better on some bosses than even Blood DK. But it's probably because Blood DK is the main tank.
May your blades never dull.
Good night.
Yeah. I'm gonna head out too. Good job, everyone.
Yep.
Are we doing 7 tomorrow, did we say?
Yeah, I think so.
Sounds good.